This is The Mountainside, and joining us in studio for this episode is Coach Jake Ramos. He's one of the most prominent coaches in all of combat sports, with a multitude of world titles. He's the founder of Genesis Training Academy, located right here in the Mile High City, former professional soccer player, and one incredible human. I really enjoyed sitting down with Coach Jake today for this uninterrupted conversation. It was well overdue. I've been meaning to get him in here for quite some time, and we finally made it happen. Thank you for listening to The Mountainside, and enjoy our conversation. Dude, we're rolling right into this.
Oh, man. Couldn't believe it, man. Florence was nuts.
Coach Jake getting after it, huh?
Getting
The after party?
Yeah. Dude, out there, raising the roof still, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. What an amazing time in Rome.
It was great.
You and I got to hang out for a minute over there, dude. We went to the Vatican and all kinds of
got
crazy
to do
shit.
Some cool stuff, man.
Yeah, we really did, man. Well, dude, it's an honor to have you in here.
It's an honor to be here.
This has been a long time coming. I can't believe we haven't done it already. Now we have real audio. Damn it. Now we're actually rolling. But yeah, some of my closest friends here in Colorado and closest friends from the podcast, you train them, most of them, a majority of them.
Absolutely.
So like Kamosi, shout out to Chris. Like you probably wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for Chris, you know?
For sure. Absolutely.
And us forging our relationship a few years ago. And then, that led to Grant Neal and Brandon Gertz and Jason Lee.
Yeah.
What a stud, man.
He's
I love that guy. What salt of the earth, man.
Yeah.
And somebody that I would question kind of like having on, I was like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, you know what? He has that ambiance about him. That's what I love about him.
Yeah.
He has that, he has that markability is what I call it, where he's marketability, you know? So he's just, people love him. People love him, and they just love his look. They love his attitude. They just love everything about him.
Well, and then you go and listen to his entire life story. And that's what I love about this podcast. Like, I wouldn't have known any of that if I just stumbled into like King of the Streets or something, right? You just you judge a book by its cover.
Absolutely.
Like a guy that's been to prison, a guy that
fights on King of the Streets. He must be nuts. You know?
And then you listen to the whole story, and he's like basically blind, and like it's so wild.
Been blind forever, man.
Yeah.
So, but he's had a heck of a career, and I'm just glad to see him back doing what he loves to do. No,
it's awesome, man. Yeah, I love that guy. I would do anything for him. And most of those guys that I just listed, man, like some of those guys have changed my perspective on things. Grant for sure on my one dog. Of them, dude.
Yeah. That's my day oneer right there. That's the only fighter that I've ever got to mold from day one.
No shit.
Yeah, so that's the connection that him and I have. Yeah, come a long ways since day one. That's for sure.
That's wild.
Nate Marquardt brought him into the gym.
Okay.
Yeah, way back in the Grudge days, way back when. So, once he walked in, I was like, I know exactly how I'm training this guy.
Mike Tyson. My dog.
Yeah, I do exactly what I was doing.
There's nobody that reminds me of Mike Tyson more than him.
Nobody.
And
he can mimic the movement very much so and keep it short and twitchy, just like Mike could.
Yeah.
It's not big and lumpy.
And just what a solid human, too, man. Like, all those guys... That's what I was getting at, I guess, with it. Like, all those guys outside of the ring, the octagon, the cage, whatever, are just solid dudes.
They're solid dudes.
Yeah.
And, at the end of the day, I've been doing this so long that's what all I deal with. Solid dudes. And, we preach that in the gym. Like, you got to watch yourself outside the gym, too, because you're always representing. So they really understand that. So,
it's a culture, right?
It is, yeah. Those solid dudes, they just... they kind of work their way out by themselves,
Right.
So, but that's all we do. That's all we work with over there at Genesis.
How long has Genesis been around?
So this summer, it will be 9 years.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm already almost hitting the 10-year mark.
Congratulations, man.
It's flown by. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
It's been crazy. It's been great. It's been a heck of a climb, you know, but it's been nothing but climbing, which I've been very fortunate for.
Kind of what you want, right?
Yeah, never had to roll back down the mountain.
Right. Yeah, you don't want to go backwards. You can only go forward, right?
That's right. That's all you can do.
How many championships do you have now under you? Because
well, through boxing, kickboxing, MMA, and
MLS
bare knuckle,
too, right?
Yeah, at one time, way back when, dude.
Yeah,
way back when. And let's see, I want to say I have 14 world titles to my name. between all those sports.
That's amazing, man.
So yeah, been a lot of glory, but there's also been a lot of downs with that as well. Like, what we got to, experience out there.
There's always downs with it, right?
Absolutely.
Like, it's a roller coaster ride. I don't think people realize, unless you have a friend or a close friend that fights in it, man, it's like, sometimes I feel like I take the losses harder than the guys do.
Well, you see how
they don't show it.
It was rough. Yeah. It's rough for me after those fights. And, and it's one thing when we go back to the locker room and we lost.
Yeah.
It's another thing when you didn't, you know it. So it all hits you different.
Right. So speaking of that, I don't know if we got that in there or not, but we went to Rome together for Chris's fight.
Yeah, it was an amazing trip, though.
That was a straight up robbery, in my opinion. I'll be public about it. I don't care who I offend or who I piss off.
You know what?
But I sat there ringside the entire fight.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
everybody
see it
saw
way.
it.
Yeah.
What's crazy is they always show tons of highlights after the fights. Of all the fights leading up to the main event. Not one highlight. Every highlight you saw was Chris hitting him or making Sakara miss. No, I mean, nothing against him. Tough guy. Guy took a lot of damage that night. Still kept coming forward. But, it's just, it's a hard one to swallow when you did the job to put him away.
Especially when you go you went halfway around the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're there, you're on your A game. You checked all the boxes.
And,
I don't think people realize why I was out drinking wine and eating pasta.
Exploring Rome.
Hanging out with friends and Beto and just fucking Whitney and indulging, right? Being gluttons. Poor Chris was in the fucking sauna every night.
That's right.
The hospital the next day. It's just people don't realize. And then they start throwing shade, online and all this shit. It's ridiculous, man.
You know what? And I always tell those guys, quit reading that stuff.
Yeah.
Because all those guys that throw the shade are never been in the shade.
Exactly. And they probably wouldn't say it to their face either.
Oh,
right?
heck no. Heck no. That's one thing I loved about I think it was Zab Judah. It was one of the videos I was watching. He had some keyboard wire talking some smack to him, and he went up to him, went to the dude's work. The dude worked in some jewelry shop.
Oh shit!
Yeah, called him out. It was a different tune once Zab was in front of him.
Yeah,
it wasn't the same guy.
You got to do that from your mom's basement, dude.
Man, I'll tell you, you're like, you're not so tough now, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's gonna say that shit to those guys' face, especially they're larger than life.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? When you do run into those guys like Hayes, Hippie, the Huntsman.
Yeah. Man.
It's just a different story. But the thing I love about all those guys is they remind me a lot of the guys that I know from special operations or high level guys in my industry in rock and roll that have run security or stage management or whatever. It's there's nothing to prove, right? They're proving everything.
That's right.
In that ring, in the gym,
been there,
cutting weight, all that sort of stuff.
These guys are done fighting for free.
Yeah.
They don't like to do that.
No.
It's only bad going to come out of it. You break a hand, you hurt them, something.
Get stabbed, get shot.
Exactly how everybody does nowadays.
Right.
But that's there is nothing to prove because they got a job to do. They've got 14 weeks of work that we did to build up for that. They're focused. They're locked in. There's nothing to prove at all. So just go out there and perform.
With so many fighters in the gym, how do you balance all of that?
Tough.
Is it split up by certain times that they're coming in so you can work with them? It's just not.
Well, I have classes where I have everybody coming in.
Okay.
Because I like to see everybody at the same time. I need my team to mingle together. We need to be a tight-knit community, And then I don't really spread much out. The only thing I spread out is their mid sessions. Mm-hmm. Most of it's all teamwork. Everything's working together. Everybody's building from each other. But, the hard part is keeping all the game plans in line, keeping who we're fighting in line. Because I'm really the type of coach that's in everybody's corner. If I can be there, I'm there, and not just if you're in the UFC or you're fighting on TV or whatever. That's the only time I'll be there. Nope, I like to work with everybody, and that's the thing I do at Genesis. I feel that's what's separating us from everybody else is everybody gets time.
Yeah.
Not only from me, but from other coaches, such as Chris has been in there working with Grant, been in there working with Xavier, doing the jiu-jitsu part of it, which are, you know, two important guys to myself, you know, good fighters that are in the gym. And he's doing that now. So that's that tight-knit community that we built that's starting to help me out just a little bit. You know, starting to help me out a little bit on that side. But other than that, I got little notebooks that I keep where I got to take notes sometimes, man.
Shit, me too, man.
Yeah.
I got too many irons in the fire sometimes. Like, I have a notebook. I'm a psycho, too, because I'll be asking my wife, like, where the fuck is that notebook? I can't find it, right? So I just have 3 of them, and sometimes I have to grab all 3
like
and sit down.
They're all over.
Yeah. I have one on the nightstand, one next to the Barca Lounger, one in here.
Absolutely.
You know, like one in the
Absolutely.
backpack that goes everywhere with me. Yeah, it's wild.
But I guess one of the hard parts would be is, like I said, keeping those game plans separate, but I train every single one of them differently. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, I don't have, 10 mitt sessions set up that day and they all get the exact same drills and exact same combos and everything else. That's not how that works.
Well, it's so many different disciplines, too. Like,
That's
you
right.
have Rose fighting in the UFC. You have, Gertz fighting bare knuckle, Chris fighting bare knuckle.
We got kickboxing going on. We got the jiu-jitsu guys. We've got
influencer boxing.
Yeah, influencer boxing. And you know what? And that's another thing about Genesis is we're in everything.
Yeah.
We're not just a boxing gym. We're not just an MMA gym. Or bare knuckle. We're all of it.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're doing good in all of it. We're succeeding in all of it. So
Yeah, crushing.
But just making sure you give all these guys their time, man. They got to have it.
Yeah.
Helps a lot.
Time is the most valuable thing.
Yeah.
Like, straight up. Like, you can have all the money in the world, you can have all this stuff, but like,
Goes by quick, man.
how much time you put into something is how good you are at it.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Like, I only got good at podcasting because I've put hundreds of hours into this,
absolutely.
right? If not thousands by now,
As I say,
right?
I'm saying you probably surpassed that.
Yeah.
So.
And I could use about 9,000 more. Probably too. Like, I'm no savant in it. Yeah, it's time is crazy. So it's cool the culture that you have there.
Thank you.
The people that you have there. Like, I feel like I automatically have a connection to somebody if they're like, oh, I go to Genesis, or I know somebody at Genesis, or Grant's a friend of mine, or something like, all right, you're a good dude then. I can fuck with you. Yeah.
And that's kind of the way it has to be, man. It's just, I've been in this too long to have anybody down the energy, have anybody bad, make people badmouth our name. We don't have that out there. We have a lot of respect out there, and that's what I demand. I've worked hard to get where I'm at, to get a lot of these commissions around the world know me. I've worked hard to get that. And I feel on my side most of the time, and I don't want anybody to ruin that. Nobody's going to ruin that. So.
Absolutely. How many fighters do you have that come into Colorado? Like, I know when we had Yuli in, he was training down there, and that's the reason why we had him in, is because he was at Genesis. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what? Most fighters that come into town, not all of them, but most of them that come into town, depending on who they are, make their way through Genesis. Because if they don't come into the gym at first, they hear about it, or there's something they want. And it's not always just for, mitts or anything like that. It's for the hard work and sparring. It's for the wrestling classes that we have. It's the combat jiu-jitsu classes we have, the striking classes, those things where we have to have classes for all that. We're not just sparring and that's it. I need everybody to be on the same page with my terminologies and things like that, So, but if they come through Colorado, they usually make it through. So.
Well, I'm sending them there all the time too. I'm like, go visit these guys.
I love
especially
it, man.
if you're a bare knuckle guy or
Absolutely.
whatever, right?
Well,
like,
bare knuckle for sure. Like when the BKB comes to town, all the weigh-ins and most of the weigh-ins are at the gym. They'll do the weight cuts, videotaping. Same thing with BKFC. They've had the tryouts at the gym.
Is BKB, that's the triangle
Yes,
ring? That's so wild.
The Trigon. It is nuts because that corner's deep.
Pull that up, Tyler, real quick. BKB, like, it's a triangle ring. It's one of the wildest things I've ever seen. Like, that is a corner you do not want to get caught in.
You do not want to get caught in. Yeah.
Have you had any fighters in this organization?
Yeah, actually, I have a female world champion in there.
Oh, no
yeah,
shit.
Courtney Cameron.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's the 140-pound champ. So,
wow.
Yeah, she's my little stud
Of course
muffin.
you do. Yeah, no, that is wild, man. I think that this is probably the second largest bare knuckle organization.
Oh,
right?
it absolutely
If
is.
not,
they're
the
doing a
biggest.
great job.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel they do a great job running their show. I do. I always say that the behind the scenes. You know what I'm talking is. They do a great job.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, that's good to hear
Yeah.
because some of those other organizations suck at it.
Oh man, I'll tell you what. There is a separation on that.
Yeah.
You know they're starting to get that backing. So that could be bringing some noise here real shortly.
Sure.
So, but,
well, that's honestly why I'm trying to capitalize on it a little bit.
Yeah.
What I do, like
Absolutely.
I can help those people out if they need it. you know?
absolutely.
So
That's right.
that's what I do.
But
is
yeah, no,
organize.
that Trigon's nuts. And you know what? They do 3-minute rounds and they do 6 rounds. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit more.
Yeah, that's wild.
It is.
The game plan in that, obviously, stay in the center,
Hold
right?
center. Hold center. You better know that tight footwork. You better be able to back up one step and move left or right because that's all you get. You don't.
Where are these guys based out of? Are they based out of the U.S.? Or is it?
Oh yes, they are based out of the U.S. That's when it changed to BYB because they're
That's
now
what
the
it was. Okay.
backyard brawl. I
Okay.
think is what that stands for. So they were BKB in Europe at first. Sweeney and all those guys fought for them.
Well, oh, really?
Yeah, they were the big bare
Okay.
knuckle tour over there, and now
Yeah.
they're BYB and over here. So, yeah, they're American based. They come to Colorado all the time.
Yeah.
Probably 4 or 5 times a year, I bet.
Yeah, I got to get down to one of those. I've been to a bunch of the BKFC ones, but
Yeah.
I haven't been to this yet.
No, the
I keep
Trigon.
missing it. I was going to go watch Yuli when he fought in Denver,
Okay.
but I think I was out of town or something.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
always the case.
Nah, that's another great dude right there, man. I've gotten to know that guy
Yeah.
pretty well as well.
Another guy that you don't judge.
No, absolutely
like
right.
straight gangster.
Yes.
And when we recorded in here, we were both crying together. I don't know if you listened, but
You know
man,
what?
It's just like
him and
it's-
I have had a good cry together too, man.
Yeah.
So
he just dumps his heart out,
Yeah.
and
we kind of have something in common. His son was paralyzed from illness.
Yeah.
My daughter was paralyzed in a car wreck. So, we both knew or understood what it was like to completely shift your life around and, stay strong in a different way. But that's where him and I really got our connection. He's always calling to see how she is, always calling to see how his son is. So, little Yuli, he's a little
Yeah.
stud muffin, man.
he
So,
is. He's got his own podcast. and
yeah, we
everything,
ended
man.
up finding a really good connection off of that. So,
Yeah.
we had a good cry together too, man.
Yeah, my son and his son are the same age, and
Oh, really?
that's what we were talking
Okay.
about, man. It
Yeah.
was a great episode, and they've been so helpful to that community of other kids going through cancer. and
Yeah.
it's wild, man. Like, it's one of those things, man. Like I don't know what your faith is like, and to each his own.
Mm-hmm.
But I've recently kind of dove back into it, and it's
Yeah.
like part of my prayer practice in the morning is just, kind of asking God to protect those people that I know that have it. And it's like,
Absolutely.
I can't go through the list. The list is so freaking long, man. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, I think it's 1 in 3 people will experience that in their lifetime.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's pretty crazy. And you know what? If it doesn't break you, it definitely makes you. And what it's done for me since then, that's why I'm here. It's why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's been my mind shift from that moment. There was a whole lot of, I'm doing this. Yeah, I deserve this. It's not that no more. It can be taken away like that.
Yeah.
So,
Are you in remission from cancer? I'm sorry. Or was
no,
it
no.
from
My
your
daughter. Yeah, from my
Okay.
daughter. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
making that where I was in the gym 14, 15 hours a day to where I didn't see that gym for 6 months. Didn't walk in that door. That's
Yeah.
how long she spent in the hospital.
God, man.
So, and it was all during that COVID time, during the shutdown. It was the absolute worst time to go through something like that.
And it happened overnight, right?
Yeah, she went for they were going to, I don't remember, some waterfall. And, the person driving definitely decided to make a maneuver that she couldn't make, and they went flying over an embankment, and it landed on her side as they started to roll, and it just completely crushed her. So, yeah. The fight that girl has is crazy. I've won world titles. I've been all over the world. I've dealt with thousands of fighters. I have never seen a fighter like that. Ever. Never once. And to be able to actually thank God and be able to witness that is why I am where I am. Wouldn't be here right now, I don't think. I don't think I would be open and successful right now if it wasn't for all of that. Because it pulled us together strong. Like my family, my girls, we hang out for hours every night. That's what we do. You know, we get up in the morning, we hang out. That's stuff we were losing. Does that make sense?
No, it can slip away from you so fast.
100%. Yeah. And it was going away real fast. And it all came back because we took it as a blessing.
Yeah.
Took it as a blessing. Never had a doubt that my daughter wasn't going to walk again. She walked. So 100% paralyzed from the waist down. You know, they were saying, you know, there was a whole lot of nevers. Never. And I was like, better back up because you don't know who I am. You don't know who my wife is. And
yeah, your wife is another. I had a great time with your wife in Rome,
she's so amazing. You know, like what those girls, man, is...
I wouldn't want to be on her bad side. I'm glad I'm on her good side.
I'm going to tell you, if you're on her bad side, she ain't going to stop. But what it's done for us has just been amazing. It's taught me what a real fight is.
And I mean, it's fucking wild, man. Like, we just went through it. I mean, recently, not as severe as experience as you and your family did, your daughter. But that school shooting was a fucking wake-up call.
I remember that. That was just a couple of months ago, right? Yeah. Oh,
so
man.
it was the day that the Charlie Kirk thing happened. I think it happened maybe an hour or two after it.
Really?
Right? Like, which is pretty wild.
Man, that's
and you know this community, you know,
absolutely.
you always say like, oh, it's never going to happen here. It's never. And
you
know
don't
what's
get to
fucking
say that
wild
no
is I drive by that high school every time I leave here. If I drive, I drive right by the high school. I live right by the high school.
Okay.
Like my kids can walk to the high school. When there's a high school football game, we walk over there. We don't drive the car, right? Like,
gotcha.
It's less than a half a mile from where like my front door. And then we're just so ingrained in the community, you know, I have a daughter that goes there. My wife runs a business up here and she has a ton of students. She runs a ballet studio. She has a ton of students that attend her ballet school and they attend evergreen schools, right?
Amazing.
Because
I love it.
It's a mountain town.
Yeah.
But man, you know, I don't want this to come off the wrong way, but exactly what you said, like when you face some adversity like that, or something hits you in the mouth like that, or that shock rolls in. Our family is so much tighter now. And it's like, you know, I think if we would have just went through our September, our normal September is always hard on my family because I'm a bow hunter.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm busy with work.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm traveling for work. That's a busy time of year for work. You know, it's archery season. So normally I'm gone like the entire month. And thank God I had that bow hunting trip planned because I was actually needed to be home and be with the kids. And I canceled, you know, that trip hands down. I was like, I don't care how much this means to me.
Absolutely.
This is way more important. It means absolutely nothing.
That's
right? Like my kids needed me there. And it gave me a chance to be 100% honest with them, which I think I've maybe kind of sugar-coated some of their stuff, or I've been very complacent because I don't want to scare them.
Protecting them. Exactly right.
But, you know, when reality hits home, it's made me be more honest with them. Like, hey, keep your fucking head on a swivel. Hey, here's some packing gauze.
That's right.
Like, carry this in your pocket. You're not going to get in trouble for having it.
No.
You never know when you need it. This is how you use it.
That's right.
Like, because I had to rebuild a sense of comfortability in them to go back into public, man. Like to even go to the grocery store or whatever, right? Like,
what's crazy is it's supposed to be a safe place, and it's just crazy what is happening now.
Yeah.
It's not that was unheard of when I was in school.
Yeah.
Unheard of. I mean, I'm sure it happened, but it was unheard of. Like,
and I hate to keep bringing this up every podcast, but it's like something that hit home and hard, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
And it's wild. I got so complacent that I thought about that driving by that school. Like I had this like feeling, and I should have trusted my fucking gut because
really
9 times out of 10, I'd be like, man, it's just so vulnerable here. Like,
Yeah.
we're just so vulnerable.
You
Like,
could see things.
I could see things, and
Yeah.
it sounds fucked up, and I don't want it to come off the wrong way. And it's not like
No.
I manifested it or anything, but I just always thought about it. You think about it, you know, when I had friends that went to Columbine High School when that happened,
Yeah.
and stuff like that, you know, and that was freaking 25 years ago or
Yeah.
something, right? So yeah, it's wild, man. You never know. And then I start thinking back, you know, all the live events that I've done and the security stuff that I actually have knowledge to, because I'm dealing with the live production, and you're dealing with snipers on a roof or whatever.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like, it's
Dang.
wild, man. Like, people don't realize how close it can be to home. And then even, it doesn't matter what type of security you have, you're never 100% safe.
No.
But man, to bring it back, I mean, knock on wood, we have been so lucky in the car accident department. I always preach this, like, you got all these guys that conceal carry and fucking carry edge weapons and shit for protection.
Right.
And, you know, if there's an active shooter, but you're more than likely to get in a car accident, and knowing how to use some sort of medical stuff or
Exactly.
like, right, like, it's gonna happen
It's
at some point,
you know,
whether it's your fault or not.
100%. And, you know, hopefully it never does, but there is always that chance it's going to happen. That's why there's always probably 30 I love yous before I leave,
Yeah.
because it's real. And what's crazy is you said you had that feeling that, you know, that's something. So did I.
Really? Before the accident?
Yeah. And if I can say anything, if you ever have that feeling, don't ever let your kids get in that car. Ever.
Yeah.
And it was a feeling about the driver and, you know, one other person in there. But it was the feeling that I had about those guys that I just, I got to be the cool dad. And,
Right.
yeah. So
Well, you're walking this balance where it's like, you don't want to be the parent that says no to everything, because then they're just going to turn around right at a certain point and just be like,
I did.
yeah, I did too. You know? It's a balance, right?
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you,
right.
Mom.
Uh-huh.
Right? Thanks for all your grace, you know? Like,
That's right.
but yeah, that's a tricky thing, man. That's wild.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're not the first one, dude. It happened to me today.
Really?
This is wild. I try to do 3 miles a day. I try to do a 5K a day
Oh, wow.
with the dog
Yeah,
in the
good for you,
mountains.
man.
And today was fucking beautiful. I was like, there's no way. I didn't have time, but I was like, I'm going to take an hour and go crush this mountain. And I go pretty remote. I go off trail. Like, I'm big on that too. So you got to climb over
Yeah,
shit.
right.
Fucking,
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
just makes you bigger, better, stronger. It's all about bow hunting, right? For me. So out with the dog, and I had some sort of wildlife encounter. That I'm
Really?
pretty sure was a predator, and I'm not sure what it was, but the only thing I can think is a mountain lion, because I didn't
Man,
see it.
There's a lot of them up here, man.
Dude, it was wild. So I was with the dog, and I have her off leash because I'm not on a trail, and she sticks right by my side. But I just got this sixth sense, and she was perked up. She had one leg up
Oh, yeah.
when I stopped,
Dang.
and I heard it sounded like air brakes in a truck, but where I was at, there was no trucks. Like,
Yeah.
it sounded like a it was so fucking weird. Might have been the predator,
Dude.
And then I heard something run out of a tree. Like, not small. This wasn't maybe it was an owl.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. But whatever it was, it fucking
It
thrashed.
and you felt its presence.
And it was
obviously.
gone. Yeah.
I doubt it was an owl.
I doubt it was too. It was probably a bobcat or
Yeah,
some
that's
little
right.
fucking kitten.
Well,
or
you never
something.
know
Could have been a
nowadays.
house cat. Fuck, I don't know, dude.
But it got your hair to stand up.
Yeah, dude. I was like, God damn it. So,
Yeah.
and I always carry a blade with me. So
Okay. Mm-hmm.
instantly I grabbed that thing and I was like, all right, if this motherfucker, because that's the thing with mountain lions is like,
Not going down without a fight, man.
no, and they're coming out of a tree. So
That's
unless you're
right.
looking up,
Yes.
you know,
Oh,
you're never
man.
going to see those motherfuckers.
You ever hear? You remember that story? That dude that killed that lion with like putting his knee on it and just holding it
Yeah,
down, like
straight
choked it out.
jiu-jitsu,
Oh
man.
man, that would
And
be
you know,
nuts.
people were giving him shit because it was a juvenile cat. Like, dude, to fight off a house
Okay,
cat.
I'm just gonna let it kill me.
Right.
Yeah, it's a little guy.
No, but it's wild. That sixth sense is for fucking real.
It is for real, and it's
Yeah.
crazy how the world has taught us to dismiss it.
Yeah.
You know, you can't. It's very real. It's very. I'm sure if everybody looks back, they had a gut feeling before something traumatic in their life happened. I'm sure they had a feeling. Mm-hmm. Something will tell you. But I mean, you know, things are, I guess, are supposed to work the way they're supposed to work. you know?
Right.
So, but, yeah, no, that sixth sense is very real, man.
Yeah,
very
that's
real.
wild. I don't know. I mean, you can tell me if you don't want to answer this, but it's kind of it is your daughter's story, but it's your family story.
Mm-hmm.
Like how is she able to come back? Like how much therapy and like were you guys doing
it's
stuff outside of what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Normal
No, a lot of
medicine
stuff
and-
outside. I built stuff for her to make sure her legs were doing well. I mean, she had 3 physical therapy sessions a week, you know, and that went for 3 years. So, you know, Amanda did such an amazing job. You know,
I had no idea. Like I've met Amanda
yeah,
several times.
yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, you would never even know.
No, you know, it's we're not victims.
No.
We're not victims. You know, it did what it did. It made us better, and now we go forward. But I guess what it did was it brought us back even tighter because of all the stuff that we did have to do for Julia. You know, she got to that point where she didn't want hugs. She didn't want us to be close to her. She didn't want this. She didn't want that. But that's not the case anymore because we had to touch her. We had to be physical with her. We had to help her. We had to help her out of bed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I said Amanda, but what I meant was Julia.
Yeah. No sweat. Yeah. No, but there's those little places where I guess you feel vulnerable that she had to get over. And both mom and I as well, you know.
Absolutely.
So uncomfortable for us as well. But it brought back, you know, I guess, you know, when you hold your baby for the first time, that feeling you get, it's kind of that same thing again, I should say. You know what I'm saying?
How old was she?
She was 19 when it happened.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
So, and you know, when you get paralyzed, it's not just your legs that quit working. It's everything from your waist down that quits working.
Yeah.
It's not just you don't get to walk, you know? So, you know, that's, I feel what made us even tighter because there was like that reliving the baby moments all over again because she needed us, you know? It was like she didn't come out of the house for 2.5 years, only for therapy. She didn't want to. So it's not like that.
It's so hard as a parent too, right?
It is so hard, man. And, but it is also an amazing blessing if you allow it to be because you get to see what's real, what's fake, and what you care about and what you don't. So, you know, the internet gets us to care about a whole lot of stuff that we don't need to be caring about.
Yeah, all that stuff's a fugazi, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every bit of it, man. Like even right down to, I hate to say it, like the Vatican, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As beautiful as that place is, it's like kind of like a polished turd. You know what I mean?
100%. We kinda
and
heard
that's
some
no
stories.
disrespect, right?
It's
but
not.
Like that place is probably one of the most amazing places in the world.
The history in
hands
there
down.
was just unreal. Unreal up in there. The history
I
was
got
amazing.
lost, dude.
Yeah.
We pissed off that tour lady so bad.
She was like, you
brought
guys are the worst.
I got lost like 4 times.
Well, it was packed in there. Like,
Yeah.
come on, man. Like, I'm not a very tolerable dude when it comes to moments like that.
Yeah.
I was pretty proud of myself, man.
And we've all been around the world and seen so much. It's like when we see a shiny object that really captivates our attention, I'm going to go look at it, dude. I don't care where the group's going, dude. Like
what I'm looking at right now, I've seen in books and videos and this and that forever, and now I'm actually seeing it.
dude, the art that's in that place.
Man, the statues, I mean, the art alone, I mean, you know that took thousands of years. Just that hallway we went down.
Oh my God, yeah.
That hall, I mean, it was what? Probably 200 yards long?
Yeah.
Or at least 100 yards long of nothing but paintings. That was nuts. All connected together and, you know.
That whole place is insane. That courtyard
Oh, yeah. Jeez.
is unbelievable.
Immaculate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
this.
There you go.
Tyler's got it
Yeah,
pulled
there's
up.
the hallway right there.
And then the Basilica, I mean.
Boy, it didn't look like that when we were in there, though.
Yeah.
Huh?
I need to become a photographer. It sounds
Yeah,
like.
no doubt.
No, it was awesome, man. And think about how much we didn't see or you missed. Like you could spend a week there and probably not see
Absolutely.
everything,
Well,
you know?
because she was just, I mean, I know she had a certain amount of time, but, you know, we were just being rushed through everything.
Because the first time I quit in the tour.
Okay.
Because I think
Was it always busy
I think I
like
was
that?
drunk.
Oh,
And this was, well, dude, I hadn't left the country since that trip in 15 years. So this had to be like 20 years ago.
oh,
that I
dang.
was there.
Okay.
And yeah, I just got so fed up. A lot more impatient in my younger days.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to go see this, this, and this or whatever. And you know how they like show you on the picture and explain everything to you because they can't. I got so frustrated. I was like, can we just go see the thing?
Yeah.
Like,
we did waste like 45 minutes right there.
Yeah, no, that place is insane.
Insane.
If that is definitely, I'm so glad that we did that.
Yeah, I was
so
too.
glad,
To see the top of the cityscape too from that one point we were at in the top of that tower there. Yeah, that was amazing. I never had seen it like that. Not Rome.
It's wild.
Yeah. It was. I'm so glad we did get to do that because it was cool to do after that fight.
Yeah, and just the history that's in there, right? From the Roman Empire and just like all those shields and weapons and
everything,
body armor.
Absolutely, man.
That's the stuff that I love.
Mm-hmm. All the battle on. Yeah,
the art.
Yep,
Yeah.
I'm into all of it for sure. History itself, I just love.
Yeah, it's wild.
So
you know what's funny is, I guess I'll publicly say this. I may or may not have taken some psilocybin before I went in there. So I don't
may not have.
Just a microdose, you know? But it definitely enhanced the art experience, that's for sure.
You know, I was offered to go to that same spot, and I was just like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah. No, it was a lot.
I
wasn't like off my rocker
No,
or anything,
heck no.
but it was fucking cool because I had my own little experience in there for sure with seeing art and seeing stuff that I wouldn't have seen. Like
of
stuff
course.
that she wasn't pointing out is what I was going after. It was like all that sort of
Man, there's so much
stuff.
hidden in that art. It's not even funny.
It's so wild.
That's why they don't allow phones in 16 Chapel, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, you can take pictures of everything but there. Why?
Yeah.
You know, how come? What's going on?
Yeah.
But, yeah,
And
amazing.
there's people watching too, man.
Oh,
Like,
man,
they're
no.
not fucking around there, dude.
I'm not getting caught in there.
No,
you
hell
know?
no. You end up in Catholic jail somewhere
Damn
in the
right,
basement.
down there in the dungeon. Exactly.
No, it was wild. Like, so when we were going through there, the journey that I went on was, or what I was trying to figure out is like, okay, Michelangelo and all these artists painted so much. I want to know who the baddest motherfucker is depicted in this.
Yeah.
And I came to the realization it was Jeremiah.
Yeah,
For
I
sure.
could see that.
Yeah,
Absolutely
especially
right.
in the 16th chapel.
Yeah,
I was like,
absolutely.
Yeah, he looks like the stud.
Absolutely. Well, you know, remember, I don't know who was telling us the story about Michelangelo, but they were talking about the guy down there in the bottom corner that's being pulled in by the demons, remember?
Yes.
And they were like, this is the guy that kept trying to tell on Michelangelo. He was always going to the Pope and saying, oh, I don't, doing whatever. And the Pope
He was a hater.
Yeah, he was pretty much like, man, this guy's untouchable. Like, I can't do anything for you.
Yeah, he depicted him as the devil.
And then depicted him like that. He's like, oh, yeah, buddy? Okay, here, I'm going to put you right here.
I love how he put his dogs in the painting and shit, too, dude.
Exactly.
It's
There's
rad,
so
dude.
much in there, man.
Yeah.
And just to know what it's, who knows what's really supposed to mean? You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I mean, I don't want to call myself a conspiracy theorist, but I do go down some holes. But, who knows if that's exactly what that's supposed to mean? You know, all the
Only
stuff that
Michelangelo, I think,
absolutely
could tell you,
right.
And he probably wouldn't out of
No, he knew what it meant.
Yeah.
And you can tell something's there. So there's a story there.
the wildest thing is pull up I forget what it's called technically, so you're going to have to correct me, Tyler. It's Mary holding Jesus. It's a sculpture, and it's a Michelangelo sculpture. It's probably his most famous. But the one thing that I didn't know is that's the only piece of art that he signed.
Really?
Ever. Out of everything in the 16th chapel, everything.
And we saw that. That one was actually in the chapel, though, right?
St.
Like
Peter's. Let's see here. Go up to, because this is all stuff for sale, right? Or just their images. Go to like a Wikipedia or something, maybe.
Was that in the Vatican?
Yeah. So it's in the Basilica.
Okay.
Right when you walk in to the right, I believe. I could be wrong.
It's in that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
St. Peter's Basilica.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, we were getting mobbed through there as well, so you didn't exactly get to.
No, I stopped it. This is where I lost with
Is
the
that
tour. So
where the red robe, where that marble built out of the robe or made into that robe? Do you remember seeing that depicting Father Time and like the
with the skulls?
Yes.
That was badass. It was before that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think, in the tour that we took, it was before that. But I think it was right when we walked into the Basilica on the right-hand side. It's like one of the first things you see where you're supposed to touch the door if you're Catholic.
Gotcha.
When you walk in.
No, I think that's the time I got bumped by about the 15th time.
Oh, yeah. That was crazy. It was like elbow to elbow in there, dude. It was like a hockey fight.
And everybody was there to get there faster. You know what I'm saying?
It was crazy. Yeah, but I stopped at this for a minute because somebody had told me about this prior, or maybe I heard about it on a podcast, but that's the only piece of art that he signed. And it is fucking flawless, man. It is carved out of one piece of marble.
That is just amazing right there.
Completely flawless.
Yeah.
And I think that was Michelangelo's, that was kind of his stardom, right? Like he was just like a street artist or something. And some dude donated a piece of marble, one solid piece of marble, because he couldn't afford it. I think Chris asked the question, or Vito did.
Okay.
They were like, how would he afford, I didn't hear that one. The material, right? Because you think about that from a monetary value. And how many artists do you know that have never made it or whatever?
Because it wasn't cheap. Everything was built out of that.
Right. So somebody basically donated the marble to him and believed him enough, and then he carved that when he was like 18 or 20. Look that up, Tyler.
Wow.
Look up how old he was when he carved. Yeah, see if you can find that. I think I just want to be correct on. I think he was like 21 or 22.
Dang.
And it is like standing in front of, you can look at pictures of it all day long, but like standing in front of it, it is flawless, and it's life size, man. It's Mary holding Jesus after the crucifixion. Like, it is wild.
Yeah.
He was born then, and he made that in 98. So
when was he born?
in 75.
75.
So 14, that would have been about right.
So he was in his 20s.
Man.
Yeah.
That's what you make for your claim to stardom. Nothing before that. That's crazy.
That's wild, dude. Yeah. Sorry, we went down a rabbit hole.
No, but this is the stuff I love to actually, like I said, to be there was amazing.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. It's cool. The coolest part is I got to experience it with some of my closest friends, like Chris and Vito and Whitney and you, and just like it was fucking.
And we were all
awesome.
getting in trouble.
Breaking the rules.
Damn right, man.
But the craziest part is like, how many people get to experience that? Like
not many.
From bare knuckle boxing to the Vatican, all within a day's span.
Yeah, that's right. 24-hour span.
24 hours. Like, it's really fucking cool, man.
It is really cool.
Yeah, that was a great trip.
We got hooked up on that.
I went. Yeah.
You know what? That was actually a great ender to that messed up night.
Yeah.
And the next day itself. That was that was nuts. Getting him taken care of after that was nuts.
Oh, that was wild. Yeah, we talked about that.
Not good.
When he was in recently. Yeah, that's what I was getting at with you don't know what fighters go through, right? Like, so.
You were talking about the roller coaster. It's, that's why you got to enjoy the ones that are up.
Absolutely.
Because the ones that are down, they can hit you hard.
Man, I got a question for you. Speaking of history, that I've been meaning to ask you, and I don't know that I have, but and it may have been Chris that told me this, but you have the original Octagon to the UFC or something. It's
1, 2, and 3.
Genesis, right?
It's in Genesis, absolutely. Thing is a tank.
I got to come see that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's another reason why a lot of people honestly do come into the gym as well. They like seeing that. Absolutely. So
how did you acquire that?
That one was from the Grudge days as well. This is long before I even went into business.
Really?
So Trevor Whitman was the head coach of Grudge.
Yeah.
So he was okay with Dana, and I don't know how they got onto the subject. And he ended up acquiring that cage. When Grudge went out of business, I acquired that cage. So, it was...
it's like the Vatican of fighting, dude.
And what's crazy is it absolutely is.
Of MMA, anyways.
It absolutely is.
Like,
but
that's crazy.
It was actually, I was going to get rid of it.
Don't.
Because it was such a beast.
Yeah.
Well, I was just like, I don't want to bring it with me. It was going to take up so much room, It's like almost 900 square feet inside that cage.
Wow.
30-footer inside
So it's larger than what they fight in today.
So like the fight nights, they fight in a 25-footer.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. The pay-per-views, they fight in a 30-footer. And like the mega pay-per-views, and like let's say the Paramount card that I'm going to have Rose on in January, that'll be a 31-footer.
Okay.
So they do shift those cage sizes around a little bit. So because the one in the Apex is only 25 feet.
Yeah, it's much smaller.
Much
right?
smaller. Yeah. So I mean, 31 to 30 feet is not much of a difference, but it does make it a little bit bigger.
So is the one in your gym a 30-footer?
It's a 30-footer, man.
that's
It is
so
a
wild.
big cage, man.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's built just beefy as shit compared. Because I actually know the company that fabricates them now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've
Okay.
done some work with them, and they're fucking top notch. Shout
Cool,
out to
man.
All Access. They actually do the staging for the Super Bowl halftime.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Like they fabricate
Yeah.
all that shit. Like they've won Emmy award winning company, right? And
Yeah, right.
Welding shit together, honestly.
Popping people up
Yeah.
off the stage.
No, they're amazing, man. But that's who builds all the Octagons currently, and a
cool.
bunch of the stuff like all the BJJ stuff that they do, all the tournaments, all those
Like the fight to wins and stuff like that?
all
Yeah,
that
got
sort of
you.
stuff,
Okay.
yeah.
Are they building the new one for the UFC?
Yes.
Oh, cool,
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
they're actually, I can't even tell. I'll tell you off mic. They're
Yeah.
building something else for them too.
Oh, cool, man.
But yeah, those are all my homies over there. I did a bunch of Super Bowls with them and ton of tours with their equipment. You know,
really?
like Rihanna and Lil Wayne, and like they do
So-
all this automated shit. It's really cool.
It's no podunk stuff.
No, no, they have it. So I can only imagine being integrated in all of that and how top level they are at their game and welding aircraft aluminum together and stuff. I'm sure that this thing is just raw and crude steel.
Oh,
and
man.
just,
It's
heavy.
got 1,000 pieces to it. You know?
Yeah.
It's the first guy. I mean, they had supports everywhere. Now, I mean, they
Yeah.
can click them cages together in a matter of an hour. You
So
know?
did that Octagon leave Denver at any point? And then was
yeah, I
brought
believe so.
back?
I believe
Because-
so. I want to say it was sitting in Vegas in a warehouse forever.
No shit.
Yep, absolutely.
Dude, I love the history of stuff like that.
Yeah,
and I
like-
can't believe that it's still sitting in your gym.
It's
and,
pretty
like,
cool, man. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
Like I
gonna-
said, I don't know exactly how he acquired it, but all I know is it's mine now.
Yeah. So Dana, if you're listening,
Yeah, that's right.
and you want that bitch back for the museum, it should be in the Hall of Fame or something, right?
It could be. It very
Yeah.
much could be. You know what I would love is to have an old vintage canvas for that cage.
That's what I was wondering, because I think at the Apex they have one of the original
They do.
canvases.
Absolutely
there.
right. Absolutely
Yeah,
right.
like hangs behind or in the lobby or something,
Yep.
right?
Extreme Couture actually has one as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Randy has one of them hanging in his gym.
Yeah.
But I would love to, because they cut those canvases up now. They cut them
Really?
up into little pieces, and they have the
Oh, they
fighter
sell
sign 'em.
them,
yeah,
right? Or something, yeah.
So that entire canvas gets shredded. So
That's crazy.
Yeah, they make money on every square inch of their
Yeah, well,
company.
even the fighters, like, don't they have to give one piece of clothing
Yep.
or gloves or
they gotta
something?
find
right?
something that they want to, donate. I should say.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's kind of wild, man. I was actually trying to buy. It was Josh Frim's like first fight or something, and
Okay.
he ended up giving him his gloves, but then they were on the website for like $300 or something. So I was
Damn.
gonna buy them back and give them to
Oh,
him.
he
You know,
would've
give them
loved
back
that.
to
That would've
him,
been
which
cool.
would have been dope. 'Cause
Yeah.
Josh is such a good kid.
Yeah.
and he's like, I didn't realize what I was doing when I gave him. They were just hounding me for something.
Well, and they do it right
He's
after
like,
the
I
fight.
should have given him my shorts and just walked around
That's
butt ass
right.
naked in the jockstrap. You know, I was like, yeah, you should have, dude. You should have never given him. those
Don't
gloves.
give away your
Yeah.
gloves, man.
Yeah.
Never give away the gloves.
Nah, that's kind of wild, man. That's a crazy organization. They hands down the best promotion for sure.
Oh,
but
by far.
yeah.
By far. But
But I hope that they take care of the fighters.
sounds like they are a little bit now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other things that are going on, on the legal side is, the Ali Act and all that type of stuff,
that's
that
pretty crazy.
I hope doesn't go away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm praying, because if that does, that, fighters got nothing to stand on after that. So, I just hope nothing happens with that. But yeah, no, they are by far the place to be. They're such a well-tuned machine. Everything's perfect. There is no messing up. You know who you have to talk to. You know where you're supposed to be. Like, it's just, yeah. You're not
Yeah,
getting
and
a
then-
call 10 minutes after you were supposed to be somewhere asking where you're at.
Or waiting on somebody for an hour, right?
That's right, man. Jeez.
With the last name of McGregor. No.
Well, we had a total of almost 3 hours for that guy over the week.
Oh, more than that.
Oh,
probably.
man.
Yeah.
And he was in the same spot we were.
I know. Same hotel and everything, which I was shocked at. I was
Hey,
like,
you know what? I gotta
guess
say, I
there's
don't
no
know if I would.
beachfront
Yeah,
yacht
that's right.
parking there
I
or
don't know if
something.
I would rush either.
yeah.
You know, you've been rushed around your whole life. You're like,
I do got to say, I was a little taken back on how much he was integrated with his family and how much his family was. It's fucking cool.
it's beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's
you know
awesome,
what? If
man.
I
That's
could
what it should
afford
be about.
every trip like that, it's the way it would be.
Absolutely.
I just, you know, it's a lot of money.
So much money.
It's not, I don't have that McGregor money, you know, but yeah, no, if I could do that, I would do that.
Yeah.
You know, Amanda's, I mean, we're fortunate enough now to where she's finally able to start coming on trips. I mean, she made it to Italy twice this year.
Yeah, that's
You know,
right.
it's pretty amazing. So, you know, we're very fortunate to be like my daughter. Grant fought in Hawaii. I was able to bring both my girls then. So, you know, that was actually something we promised her, and how it ended up being a fight that worked out, that we were going to be there. Just all worked out. I told you, when you walk again, we're going to take you to Hawaii.
Really?
She started walking 2.5 weeks before that fight
That's awesome.
and walked around the whole time.
Do you
So,
think some of that's divine? Like,
it tells me, I do say it's divine, because it tells me I'm where I am supposed to be. When stuff like that lines up, when a promise that you gave like just falls in your lap, that's where I'm on the right path.
yeah.
That would have missed me any other time, you know? So, yeah, absolutely. It's divine for
Absolutely.
sure.
That's awesome. Hey, let's take a quick break.
Let's do it.
And then we're going to dive back into this. And then we're really going to get into why I brought you in.
Okay.
Like, I got to know about Coach Jake.
I appreciate
and
you
wanna
letting me
go
tell my
down
story a little bit,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to get into all of your story
Let's
here in
go.
a minute.
Let's go.
All right. We'll take
All
a
right.
quick break. If you're not checking out the Mountainside Podcast on YouTube, you absolutely should be. If you like the content that we create here and you want to help support the podcast, please take a moment, subscribe to us on YouTube, and hit that notification bell. Yeah. I'll think about a little bit like where I want the conversation to go. But really, it's my own curiosity. Like, I don't script anything. I don't care if it's a neurophysiologist coming in.
Yeah,
right? Like,
absolutely.
I'm just like,
Why?
let's just bullshit.
I mean, you're bringing in people that, I mean, we're friends.
Yeah.
You know, so it's, I mean, when you bring in people that are friends, it's easy, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, so, and obviously everybody that leaves here is your friend.
And that's why I just let the first hour just roll. You
Yeah,
know, like,
yeah.
I don't care about time. I don't care about any of that. Like, that's the best thing about podcasting and us is we are not beholden to any networks,
Yeah,
any producers.
yeah,
I
absolutely.
don't have anybody telling me what to do.
Do whatever
dude.
the
This
hell
is
you
what-
want. It's your platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever Jake and I want to do.
We want to
what it's
cry. We're
about.
going to cry. man.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Well, dude, I appreciate you sharing that story about your daughter. And
I appreciate you.
man,
letting
I
me
would
tell it.
love to, you know, on another podcast, you know, dive into that if it's something that you would want to, because I think so many people could benefit from that.
Well, you know what? I feel it would honestly be good for me, because I don't feel I've even dealt with it yet. Mm-hmm. Just got back to the grind.
Yeah.
You know, differently, my family comes first. They did before, I thought, you know, but they definitely come first now. I've found my balance.
Absolutely.
So,
Dude, that's awesome. What a great outlook.
absolutely.
Yeah, I'd love to go down that road with you, and I appreciate you sharing that too, man. Because
of course.
dude, those hard things are hard to fucking talk about. And I have a family member from an overnight accident that was quadriplegic now.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? So like, I know
That's even
what you guys have gone through,
absolutely.
you know, so it's wild, man.
It's it's definitely wild. And I don't want to say anything's worse than anything else. It's just,
Yeah.
if it's traumatic, it's traumatic.
Yeah, man.
You know,
like
so-
the worst thing that ever happened to you is the worst thing that ever happened
Absolutely
to you, man.
right.
And it's like, I think giving people some grace too. It's just like, let people handle it however they're going to handle it. Mm-hmm. And, you know, that's one thing I learned, especially during not to bring it back to the school shooting or anything like that. But dude, one of the most savage humans I know was just in my corner. He's like, dude, I can't fucking fix anything. I'm not going to be able to tell you anything
Yeah.
that's going to fix this for you, but just know that we're with you, man.
And that's
there's
all.
nothing that you
And you know
can
what's
do.
funny? This is my wife tells me, you got 2 ears and one mouth. Use them accordingly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
this, you know, so many people want to have the answer.
You don't need to have it, yeah.
And even if they were going through the exact same thing you are, you won't have the answer to that. It's still
Absolutely.
different. And, you know, can't have the answer. Just listen.
And I think that that's what's so fucking cool about podcasts and stuff now
Mm-hmm.
is you can gain that perspective and not even have to be in the room. Just by people being honest and telling their stories.
Absolutely.
Yuli telling this story with his kid, Jason Lee telling his story, Grant sharing his stories on faith, like whatever it is, right?
Absolutely.
Like, you're getting somebody else's perspective, and you're able to just listen in on a conversation.
Because you'll remember it one day.
Yeah.
Not everything we talked about, but there might be something that
or
could
it's
be
archived. You can go back. I've gone back and listened to episodes again, you know, that I've saved of other people's podcasts, whether it's Sean Ryan or Rogan or whoever, right? And I've gone back and listened to them again to get a reality check or get
that's
get a
amazing.
game plan or whatever, man. It's all about kind of how you take it in. And even I think that's what keeps me doing this is hearing people's stories, listening to their perspective with no judgment. And I think with podcasting as a patron or as a listener or a watcher nowadays, you can do that very easily in the comfort of your own home or on your commute to work or in the gym while you're on the treadmill, like you name it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You can, I mean, you got a phone on you, you can do it.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of what that thing has done for us nowadays.
Absolutely.
It's giving you a chance to do all that stuff we used to think about as kids, remember? Oh, could you imagine if we was able to do this? Oh, could you imagine if it's all happening now.
There's so much knowledge at our fingertips, man.
It's
the
crazy.
best time ever.
Yeah, I feel
You
so.
know,
It's a great
like,
time to be alive, man.
Yeah, it really is.
I think so. It's so much, you know, things evolving, so much stuff coming out. Technology's crazy. It's just health is getting better slowly, but it is. You know, if you're wise by it, it's getting better.
Well, there's so much help outside of just normal. Like we used to go to the doctor and he'd hit you in the fucking knee with that little hammer thing to see if your reflexes work, grab you by the balls,
turn
and
left,
cough.
Yep, and you're healthy.
Yeah, and then it was, you know, the Kool-Aid man busting through the wall and you're drinking sugary drink. You know, it's just so different now. Like
It is
people
so
are more
different.
health conscious, and then you have, I mean, just look at what's happened in the fight world and how much it's evolved in boxing and MMA and like all that.
It's
sort of
all
stuff.
evolved.
It's crazy,
and you got to evolve, man. And you got to, and that's another reason I feel for the Genesis success is it's evolving.
Yeah,
Got to stay with the times.
absolutely.
My way only works for a little while,
Yeah,
you know, and then there's got to have to be a little bit different way because somebody's figured it out, you know. So
yeah.
gotta
Well,
evolve,
and I
man.
think that's really what drives it, right? Are those athletes changing up their game plans?
Yes.
Like look at calf kicks, look at
Oh,
all
man.
that sort of shit that starts happening.
Well,
now.
you saw somebody did a spinning back fist one time, and that's all you saw for 2 years. Spinning back fist.
Yeah.
But it's
or submission slam, right?
100%. Yeah. You know,
So
everybody
cool.
goes for that ninja choke now. No, you never saw that, but that's, you don't want to shoot in with your head low. That's what you're going to fall into now.
Yeah.
Something is always coming about. Always. And that's one thing I definitely love about this game. Checkmate's not always the same checkmate over and over and over.
Yeah.
So-
It is a chess game, man. 100%. So let's dial it way back.
Yeah.
We need to dive into this at some point, or you're going to be here for fucking all night. I don't know how long you have, but so where did you grow up? Like, what was your family situation like?
Man, you know
All
what?
that
Hey,
sort of stuff.
I'm a local, man. I'm born and raised here in Colorado.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah,
I
not
knew it.
many of us left, you know.
Yeah.
But I was a Thornton boy. Went to Horizon High School.
Nice.
Yeah. Had a great family life, you know. Nothing I could complain about. You know, times were different back then. But, I mean, I had a great family. I had a supportive family. They, you know, made sure I made it to all my practices. They definitely helped me make it to the level that I got to, you know. But, everything out here was great. You know, I met my wife out here in Colorado. She was from Seattle, but she's been here like 30 years. So I pretty much call her a local. But, everything that I do here is all born and raised here in Colorado, man.
When did you graduate high school?
95.
95. Okay. I was 98, so not.
Okay,
We're pretty
yeah,
close.
yeah.
Yeah, same era.
Yeah,
Badass time
1900s,
growing
man.
up in the 19. Yeah.
That's what my daughter said one time. She was like, "Dad, you were born in the 1900s?" And I was like, I had to think
Damn,
about it. I was
dude,
like,
yeah.
dude, I was
Yeah, that's crazy. I
well
didn't think
into the
about that.
1900s. But I thought of that in like
hilarious.
the 1800s. And that's how she's
Yeah.
looking at me, you know? Because she's a
Right.
2000 baby.
Yeah,
So-
and that's quite. It's crazy because not that long ago, like the late 1800s was like the Wild West, dude.
Damn right, dude. Nothing back then. You know, no technology, dust, and all types of stuff,
So
man.
crazy. Yeah, no, that's rad. But I guess growing up, mom and dad were supportive. Were you always into sports or like
Always.
what?
I was a soccer player. So that was my thing growing up. Definitely took it a long ways. Ended up playing for, the ODP teams, playing for the African international traveling teams, started playing for the Kickers, played for the Foxes, messed around with the MLS for a little bit, sat on the bench a little bit. But other than that, it was all boxing from there. Because as I was getting into the MLS side of it, because that was when Colorado Rapids in 96 was the first year they came out. And I was getting into the boxing side of it. So, when things were happening on the field that I used to just blow off and stuff like that, the blow off wasn't happening no more. It was a blowout.
You started training boxing because of that?
No, just started getting into the boxing game.
Got you.
So the attitude was shifting,
Sure.
So I was like,
especially in the 90s, like that hockey era around then when like Scott Parker was running around on the abs.
It was tough.
Like,
there was none of that flopping around. It was starting to happen as I got out.
Steroids in baseball, like let's fucking go.
That's right. It was sports back then, But I started getting into the boxing side of it. Trevor and I met in art college. I went to Colorado Institute of Art.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up meeting him there. Both of us were just a couple of knuckleheads, and both had a niche for fighting. Fought each other a few times. Fought, a bunch of other people, but then we were just started, in a drunk as crazy, crazy drunk one night. We were like, well, what if we try this? And what if we defend it like that? And some kids saw us, and we started training some neighborhood kids.
Really?
And then we ended up taking these neighborhood kids to the Golden Gloves. All of a sudden, there was some pros that were starting to walk in. It happened very fast, I want to feel. There's people that never have come close and worked their whole life to get where we've gotten. Mm-hmm. And it happened for me real fast. So once again, it was one of those things where I knew I was on the right path. Soccer just wasn't doing it for me anymore.
Did you play soccer from a super young age?
Absolutely.
And then full on into those traveling teams and all that sort of stuff?
Yep, my whole age. And it was every day, a couple times a day, more than likely. I'd have practice during the day, going to indoor at night, getting back up, repeating the process, 15 games on the weekend, even play a little basketball, in between all that. And it was just, it was all sports all the way through.
And then how did you find your way into the MLS or into playing soccer professionally? Because were you scouted by?
I was scouted a lot. And I was actually getting scouted by high schools trying to get me to go to their high schools.
Okay.
I know it's not the right thing to do, but they wanted me to come to their high school because I didn't get scored on. I was a goalie. You better work if you think you're going to score on me, and it's going to take 5 of you. So I was that type of guy when it was even in soccer. I'm going to smash you. I own my goal box. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have any fear. So, but, I was another one where I don't realize where I was going with that one. But, it was soccer all the way through. And then, as I was getting, we were getting scouted. And then, my name was out there a lot, made the All-Colorado team. The first year the All-Colorado team came out for any type of sports. And then as soon as I got, it was towards the end of high school, I was getting scouted by colleges, and then they were just taking a look at my grades, and they're like, yeah, we can't we can't have this guy.
Right.
So that's kind of where the pros started making their look.
You just skipped the college playing soccer.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not something I per se wanted. It's something that had to happen just because I didn't have the academics to go do, and I wanted to play for someone big. That's where I felt I deserved to be, but I didn't have the grades to do so.
So what was your first entry into professional soccer, and where did that take you?
Colorado Foxes.
Okay.
So that was before the Colorado Rapids.
Right.
So there was a team. So as I was in high school, there was a team. There was a high level amateur team out here called the Colorado Kickers. I don't know if you ever remember them, but they were a pro-am team. But from the time I was 16 all the way up to the graduating high school and going pro, I was always practicing with those guys. Those are the guys I was practicing with. That was the level I was playing at. The Denver Kickers, and see, 92, 93, 94. Yeah, and they were actually a Polish team.
Really?
And yeah, out there off of McIntyre in Golden.
Okay.
Yeah, McIntyre, and I want to say like, what would that be? Probably like 49th or something like that. I don't know, 50th maybe. But yeah, no, that's the one from way back when.
So that then turned into the Colorado Foxes, I guess.
Yeah,
huh?
and a lot of these guys played for the Foxes as well.
Okay.
So, I always played like higher ages up. So that's the reason I felt like I was access to a lot of those opportunities. And then, I was usually the bigger kid on the block. So I had that size to be able to do so
You're
as
always
well.
tall.
100%.
Yeah.
And, I had a lot of great coaches. My coaches sent me to certain camps, and certain coaches made me do ballet and things like this. That's
Really?
stuff that they made me do. And I accredit that to all my footwork now. So it taught me how to be a big guy and move like a light feather. Like I'm not making the dishes rattle as I'm walking through the kitchen,
Well, it's crazy because my wife was telling me, because she's Russian trained.
Okay.
And I guess in Russia, back when it was a communist country, they would make all of their boxers take ballet for footwork for like 2 years of ballet.
I
and
wouldn't
then
doubt
they would
it.
put them into the Olympic boxing program.
I think it's
whatever.
amazing. It's what my soccer coach made me do.
Really?
And let me tell you, it got me to be real light. I feel that's why I never got scored on, because I never had to dive. My feet were fast enough to get me to where I needed to be without diving. So it helped. And if I had to dive, I was already there too. So, but yeah, crazy. I attested to everything that I have now.
So when you go into the Foxes, how old were you?
I want 18.
18. Wow, that's crazy. Did you start traveling?
I know. I was working
country?
out with them by the time I was 15.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. So, did some traveling with them, not a lot, because I was too young to play for them. I was still in high school,
Right.
So, but never really traveled with them. And now when the Rapids came out, yes. And then I only made it about a half a year in, like I said, and then I ended up moving to New Jersey. And
really?
living the surfer life.
No shit. In New Jersey, huh?
Yeah. Ended up moving to New Jersey. So, when I fell out of love with soccer, I fell out of love with it fast. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a prolonged thing. I still love it. My daughter played it. But it's not something I barely even think about it anymore. It's, my new profession. I think about it every day, all day.
Yeah, I had no idea, and you never talk about it, like the times that I have been around you. There's a lot going on always whenever you and I are hanging out, and it's awesome to have you in here in a quiet room where I can grill you.
Heck yeah.
But we were at the weigh-ins over in Rome, and I saw you wearing the ring, and I was like, I just assumed it was one of those BKFC rings. You know how they give like the champ ring or something? But then I was looking, I was like, oh shit, Coach has got a fucking championship ring on.
Yeah,
so I started asking you what it was about. I was like, no shit.
Yep.
Played soccer professionally. So.
Yeah, so that one is from my heavyweight, actually. My boxing heavyweight.
That's right.
Yeah, so it was the NABF title and the WBC title.
That's right.
So, yeah, we fought Glitchko. We fought so many people together. This guy packed a punch like you wouldn't believe, man.
Okay.
Nickname was the Touch of Sleep. And let me tell you, if he touched you, you were going to sleep. He's the only guy to ever drop Klitschko. So, yeah, cut him, and then they tried to say it was a headbutt, this and that. He ended up playing the scorecards, and for some reason they had Klitschko up after us dropping him in a 4-round. Only 4 rounds went. So I don't know how the hell they had him up.
Right.
But,
no, that's right. That was that ring. But do you have a soccer ring as well?
I don't. You know what?
We were just talking about it that
had
night.
tons of medals, trophies. Rings weren't really, especially for soccer, weren't really a thing then.
It's such an odd sport. I mean, I guess we're just not. It's so huge around the world.
It's huge.
Massive. Like you don't realize it until you go to another country,
absolutely,
and see what hooligans actually do to like a city street.
Man, let me tell you, it's a way of life out there, and don't you dare lose on somebody's turf. You get yourself in trouble that way.
Yeah, it's wild. Like those sports like cricket and soccer. I mean, I guess they have taken off in America, but not to the level like we don't understand.
No, I mean soccer definitely has. Since I was playing, it's definitely taken off.
Yeah.
Just even how the athletes get paid now.
Really?
It was not like that. I'll tell you that. The soccer players weren't making that much money. Wow. So, but when the MLS came around, things changed.
Yeah, we're having a World Cup here in the States, I think next year, aren't we? Or
Really?
Something like that.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Look that up, Tyler. I think there's a FIFA. Is it FIFA World
Yeah,
Cup?
and I
don't know much about soccer.
It is
but-
FIFA World Cup.
Okay.
And then, because this will be the second time the World Cup has been here.
Yeah, look up where it's happening. I think it's Atlanta or something like that.
I bet you they play in a bunch of different states, because that's what they did the first time they came here.
So it's
Yeah,
going to be North America, I guess. So
yeah,
Canada.
the East Coast. Oh, no,
Oh, wow.
no,
Atlanta,
Seattle.
Boston, Dallas, Houston, Kansas City, Los Angeles, Miami.
Yeah, they got Miami
New
and Los
York,
Angeles
New
on
Jersey,
there.
Philly, Seattle, San Francisco, Bay Area. It's probably Oakland.
Right.
Yeah.
Five there.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, actually, I think
They're going all out for it too. Like we're doing full on production stuff for it. I know, or the industry is like
I wanna
they
s-
do for the Super Bowl. And
yeah,
stuff.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I want to say the first time they came out here, we made it to like the quarterfinals, and we ended up tying Colombia.
Wow.
And we tied Colombia because the Colombian scored on his own team. And I know when he got back to his hometown, like
They murdered him, right?
yes, I want to say they shot him over 600 times. Like it
That's
was
so fucking
unreal.
crazy.
You know, I was like, when you talk about a way of life, it's because they were bet to win the World Cup that year, I think.
Yeah.
And they didn't. Mafia, I feel, had something to do about that. You know,
Dude, it is no joke, man. Like we've accidentally been in some European cities when a soccer team is
man.
playing or something. You can't even go to the bars, dude. Like,
No.
the bars shut down.
Yeah.
Because they're destroyed.
Yeah,
Like-
exactly. You're not letting
Like
those
they
guys
just
in
fucking
there.
destroy everything, dude.
Yeah.
You think fight fans are bad, you know?
What is
'cause-
that movie Euro Trip where they end up going on the road
Is
with
it?
that Manchester United,
Okay.
the hooligans, you know?
Oh,
But,
nice.
yeah, it's pretty funny, man.
It's been a while since I've seen that.
Yeah, they go on the.
I'll have to check that out.
It's a good one. It's got man, I can't ever remember his name, but he's got the craziest.
Matt Damon's in that too. Huh?
Yeah, he's got the craziest soccer picture. There's a guy coming up behind him trying to guard him, and he's just grabbing him a handful of nuts. He's the quiet dude in Gone in 60 Seconds, the
Okay.
bald-headed guy.
Keep us in line.
Yeah, there you go, Vinnie Jones.
Vinnie Jones.
Now look up some images of that dude. And I guarantee you'll see that picture of him grabbing homie's nuts, man. It is just one of the sickest pictures.
Oh, yeah. He was in.
Yeah, it's right there, down at the bottom right.
Yeah, Lock, Stocked, and Two Smoking Barrels. And
Dude, so how he is in his movies, that's
Yeah.
how he was when he played soccer.
no shit. So did you play against him?
No, but he was
Okay.
he was one of my favorite guys.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, he's one of my favorite actors.
He absolutely is. And he's real all the way through, man. I mean, look at that face. as
Dude,
he's grabbing.
Snatch. His role
Yeah,
in Snatch
absolutely.
that is such a good movie, man. Like,
Yep, even Brad Pitt in that one I like. He did a good job.
yeah, say what you will, man. I'm a Brad Pitt fan.
You know what? He's a good actor.
Yeah.
I'll give him that, man.
Yeah.
You got to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, I don't know him personally, but
You know, I don't know if I'll be
yeah,
hanging
some
with
of
him.
my
but,
favorite movies. Yeah, for sure.
but yeah, no, that's one of the craziest. That's how soccer used to be.
Yeah.
You know, those are my days right there.
Yeah, it's changed quite a bit, huh?
It has.
Yeah.
It has. But one thing I'm glad that has changed is these guys are getting taken care of now, man. They really are. It's something I hope that happens more in our sport. You know?
Yeah.
Because never should a professional fighter have to work.
I agree.
I don't care what level they're at.
Yeah.
You know? So if you're now a professional, you should be getting paid like how professionals get paid.
I mean, they do in boxing, right?
Of course they do.
Yeah.
But you still got to work your way up to that.
Right.
It's not an instant thing. You know, like sometimes you get signed into soccer and you're making millions off the bat.
Right.
You know, football, basketball there. Some of these
it's
guys
so
get into
crazy,
some
man.
crazy contracts.
It is so wild, man. Like, I mean, I went to the Broncos game this weekend and it was fucking insane, man. Like,
Really?
just the ticket prices. Like, I hadn't been in a while. I guess I've gone every year because my son's I've made him a Broncos fan.
Okay,
right?
cool,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, heck yeah.
And so normally we get hooked up at some point, and he got gifted some tickets, which was rad, and they
Mm-hmm.
were awesome seats. But I was just looking at, it's crazy the amount of money that it
Can't
costs
imagine.
to attend one of those things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, and just like it is next level.
Well,
and then the
especially if you're getting
players,
the sodas and popcorn or whatever. Like,
Oh,
you know,
it's crazy, yeah.
it all adds up so fast.
Yeah.
It adds up so fast. And I mean, that's like that at the UFC events.
Yeah.
The stuff
no,
you got to
it's
pay
crazy.
for a beer is just crazy.
No,
It's
it's
nuts.
wild.
So-
Yeah. So the athletes should be getting paid, I guess, is what I'm saying at that point.
Did you see how much that contract was for this fight coming up?
Oh, man. That's
92 million?
crazy. Yeah.
Who's he fighting?
He's fighting Joshua.
Oh.
Yeah. Anthony
You know,
Joshua.
I want to see him and freaking Kamosi fight.
Heck yeah. Dude, I mean, come on, call it out.
Come on, dude. Like, fight somebody in your fucking weight class.
That's right.
And fight somebody that's a real fighter and is not
Well, and
56 years old or 70, you know.
well, he fought Fury's son, an
Yeah.
actual real boxer, and he lost.
Yeah.
You know, I don't mean to talk about him too much because he's actually paying some of these guys that never really got.
No, I
that
think it's
payday.
great for the sport.
But I mean, real is real.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we recognize real.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think what I was getting at is like the time is over. Like, fight somebody in your weight class that's got to work your way up, right?
Anthony's a big dude, man.
Yeah.
Anthony's a big dude. So,
Yeah.
what was it, Usyk that knocked him out?
Yes.
Yeah, Usyk
Yeah.
knocked him out, and that was a pretty after he had dropped Usyk
Yeah.
and got up. Or no, what was that, Ruiz?
No, I think
I think it was Ruiz.
Was
yeah,
it?
remember the heavy set?
Okay.
Yeah, Mexican
Yeah.
guy. Yeah, Ruiz got dropped like in the first. He came back, stopped him in the second. Yeah, so it was pretty crazy.
yeah. So your transition from soccer to fighting to coaching, like
Mm-hmm.
how does that all? Did you start training MMA yourself, or
No, it took me
Okay.
a long time to actually get into the MMA side because I was a boxing guy. Because first off, I saw wrestling, and trust me, at this time I was like, oh, that beats wrestling, it beats jujitsu, it beats all that stuff. But you know as well as I do, it you better be real good at it.
right?
You better be real good at it. But I trained first. Okay, fought in the Golden Gloves, and we went snowboarding after one
Is
of the.
this why you're a pro soccer player at that point, or were you doing this like?
No, so this is all after. This is post soccer now.
Okay.
So, like I said, we were training the neighborhood kids. So when the neighborhood kids were fighting in the Golden Gloves, so was I. Trevor was actually training me at this time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so fought in the Golden Gloves 3 years in a row. And then we went snowboarding one time after the Golden Gloves, and I destroyed my shoulder. Destroyed it. Didn't even fall. Just went over a mogul wrong, and it caught my arm, and my arm was stuck like this. So my shoulder dislocated this way.
Oh, damn.
And every time I would try to pull my arm down, my arm would go back up. But that's what pretty much destroyed my boxing career because I couldn't throw my front arm in front of me without it coming out. And it still kind of has that tendency. So I started.
It's always those dirt bikes and fucking skiing and
I
all
didn't
that
even
shit.
fall. That's what was crazy. You know what I mean? Okay, cool if I fell. You know,
Right.
but no, I was cruising down the mountain and all of a sudden my arm was out.
Damn.
So, but yeah, and then while I was my whole years of soccer, I was coaching pretty much all the goalies out here in Colorado, from older to younger. And so I was always very good at, coaching in front of a crowd, coaching many people together, coaching all different levels, so I was always a coach my entire life as well. So making that transition from soccer to fighting to coaching was an actually pretty easy transition. So it started going right down my alley as well. So, I mean, call it divine to throw my shoulder out like that, but it put me where I was supposed to be. I was obviously not supposed to be in the ropes. Make sense?
Yeah.
So, so I want to say it was pretty much a easy transition. It's something I've done my whole life, man. Whole life I've been coaching people. So I have a niche for it.
I'm sure there's some similarities too in like what you learned in footwork. I mean, we just
yeah.
talked about Russian
Absolutely,
boxers going
yes.
to train with Russian ballet.
I mean, there's similarities in every sport.
Yeah.
Every sport. And, positioning is the first one by far, whether it be body positioning or positioning on the field. You know what I'm saying? Positioning is number one. That's a thing that relates into every sport there is. But then, some footwork's got to change up a little bit, got to do some certain things. But no, it all does kind of relate. I mean, athleticism is athleticism at the end of the day,
When you first started coaching, you were coaching kids mostly in Golden Gloves, and then where did you kind of make that transition into like your first pro fighter?
Well, what's crazy is I never really So that first year that we took the kids to Golden Gloves, that was about the only year that I ever really worked with an amateur fighter. And then I started working with pros pretty much all right after that. I don't know how it happened, why it happened, but I picked up one fighter, and then all of a sudden I had 5. Then all of a sudden there was 10 of them that I had, and every single one of them were older than I was. You know,
Really?
Forever I was the young trainer around town. I don't know where the heck it flipped, but it's not that anymore. So yeah, no, all my fighters were older than me at one time. So yeah, but we were the young bucks, the new guys in town.
And was it primarily boxing that you started in?
Primarily boxing, absolutely. And then, you know, I like to call myself a perfectionist. I like to give things credit where it's due, because I'm not going to go from boxing to MMA in a snap of a finger and say that, oh man, I got this. It's crazy how many coaches I've actually seen coach for just a year, and then they open a gym. You know what I'm saying? Not that cool, to each its own, like we say, but there's a level of respect that you got to give the sport. You got to give the sport, or else it's not going to respect you back. And the way I learned boxing, I had to learn MMA the same way, because it's not the same. Boxing striking is not the same as MMA striking. It's different range, it's different everything. And I wanted to give it its time to where I had finally made that move. And the first MMA fighter that I had worked with was Nate Marquardt. That was my first pro MMA fighter that I had worked with. The first pro MMA fight that I ever had was against Tyron Woodley. And we went out there and smashed that guy. I don't know if you ever saw the highlight reel for that one, when Nate ended up giving him like a 5-piece elbow. Yeah. Split his lip, took his lip off almost, actually. You know, but that was my first introduction into MMA. And I feel it was because I gave it the respect that I needed to learn it. I didn't want to just do it. I didn't want to just make that transition.
And how did you go about doing that?
Being around it, talking to people, you know, being told that no, that doesn't work. Yeah, you might want to think about this, or being told, oh, that's pretty cool, I like that. But really it was being told what doesn't work now.
And were you getting that from other fighters or
other fighters, coaches? Other coaches? Like I want to say I consider myself humble enough to where I at least listen, because you may be right. And if you're right, I'm not afraid to admit that. I want to do it right, you know? So that was just kind of what that came down to where I want to learn it. I want to do it right. So when I do it, and then when I started doing it, I took off with it fast. I mean, my first MMA fight was a world title, Strikeforce.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, and it was amazing. And it's done nothing but get better and better and better and better from there. So, yeah. So, you know, I mean, it's you got to give it the respect if you want to do it correctly, plain and simple.
Yeah. 100%. I think that goes with anything that you want to do.
Absolutely,
right?
right.
If you don't respect it, you're not going to have the success in it, because you're not willing to listen.
You're not willing to listen, nor are you willing to grow, and you think you know it.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I feel I know it pretty good, but I don't know it.
That's where I think I'm not a fan of reading negative comments, but I think that they can be, as long as they're constructive.
Yeah.
And you take the constructive ones or constructive criticism from your peers. It's helped me in this.
Absolutely right.
And it's because I'm open to listen. If you're not open to listen, you're fucked, kind of.
You are fucked. And guess what? You will not evolve. You won't evolve. Just sitting back in the locker room sometimes, some of the shit you see back there. What's crazy is it may look crazy, and as long as you understand what you're seeing, it might be something that you pick up. You may not do it the same way they do it, but it might be something just because you were open, you might have picked something up right there.
And also kind of embedding yourself in it. Like, how much faith did you have to kind of, I mean, it sounds to me like, and I'm putting words in your mouth, and I guess I'm asking more of a question, but was there any point in there where like fear could have been a hurdle and could have stopped you from proceeding to what you wanted to do? I mean, you'd been around sports, you'd been around a professional level in so many different facets, in boxing and soccer and all that sort of stuff. But to do new shit is it's difficult, right?
It absolutely is.
And you have to have a little bit of a leap of faith, or you have to be able to climb that wall or that hurdle or that mountain, whatever you want.
That's right.
Yeah.
That leap of faith is huge. I don't know. You ever seen that Indiana Jones in The Last Crusade?
Yeah.
You remember when he takes that little leap of faith and that bridge comes out of nowhere?
Yeah.
That's exactly it, because what you're seeing in front of you is really nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But you know right there at the end, there's something there. Like, you're going to get it. And let me tell you, there was many, many years of making no money. Being gone, I'm gone for 7 days. I bring home $40 because my fighter just fought for 400. And
That's
I mean,
crazy.
yeah, and that was my living for a long time. So the fear of not being financially okay was definitely the biggest part of it, because we went from being that to not for many, many years to where we're okay now again. That was probably the biggest fear, and you better have faith that you're doing the right thing, because it can really go bad if it doesn't go right. So
How were you able to see that light, I guess, at the end of the tunnel? Was it just, is it a passion? I mean, obviously it's a passion because you enjoy doing it.
Yeah, it's definitely a passion, and it's where I'm not going to accept anything less. I'm going to make sure I know I have it in me. I have the faith in me. My girls 100% have the faith in me, and having that right there is the only way that was able to happen. Because I'm going to tell you, there's some rough years, man.
Yeah.
Some real rough years. I'm just glad, very fortunate that both Amanda and I had good families to help us through as well.
That's
So,
huge.
because had they not, I probably wouldn't have been able to make it through as far as I made it. That's really the reason why most coaches can't in this sport.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard, man. There's not a lot of money, man. It's not a lot of money.
How many times, because I'm finding this, and I've always found it in business, whether it's no matter what I've done, and using a fighter's analogy, how many times did you have to pivot and take a new angle at this game to kind of try to figure it out?
Still doing it.
Yeah.
Still doing it. And, picking up new sports like bare knuckle, king of the streets, things like that.
Yeah,
like,
that's wild. I didn't even think about that. You're Jason's coach.
Well, absolutely. So picking up things like that is, I guess, the way that it keeps going. That's the evolution, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting left behind. I'm figuring out new ways to do this from this. And then when I learn ways to do this one helps this one helps this. It's constantly just kind of going back and forth. And like I said, be willing to take that leap of faith. I mean, if we lose this first fight, cool, whatever. I had fun doing it. Never taught somebody how to bite somebody. I'll tell you that.
Dude, that is, that was one thing. I don't know if you listened to Jason's episode.
I did.
It was very fucking long.
Yeah,
I think it
Amanda
was
and I
like
listened
4
to
hours.
it. Yeah, we listened to it on our way to Yellowstone. Listened to the whole thing. So it was
Awesome, man.
it was awesome, man.
Yeah, and I think the fact that you were able to see something in Jason and be able to be in his corner and help him, because like I was reluctant to have him on the podcast because of who he is and just what he's done and the organization that he's involved. There's a lot of different variables there,
Of
right?
course. Yes, absolutely.
Like as a coach, it's even more of a leap of faith in trusting somebody, right? And then, man, how do you? We're gonna dive down this rabbit hole for a minute if you're
let's
all
do
right
it.
with
Yeah.
that, because that is the wildest shit I've ever seen. I mean, to the point it's almost disgusting.
It's
to me.
disgusting, actually. Yes. I guess if you were fighting for your life, okay,
Sure.
cool. But this is not that. Does
Yeah,
that make
they've
sense?
turned that sort of model. It's real fighting.
It's real fighting.
Like I hate to say it, it makes the UFC look like pitter patter.
Oh, it makes BKFC look like pitter patter. It makes, let me tell you, when you're getting chunks bitten out of you, that is not happening in any other sport that I see.
Yeah.
And it's legal.
And it's on concrete, or
and it's on
fucking
concrete.
dirt,
Yeah.
or
And he's sticking his thumbs 3 inches into your eyeballs, and it's all good. That's just crazy. And I don't know. To take that leap of faith down that one was a little nuts. But the only reason I did take that leap of faith was because of Jay Lee.
yeah.
Because if I feel anybody has been there for that kid, it's been me. I love that kid.
How long have you known Jason?
I want to say probably 16, 17 years now.
No shit.
Mm-hmm. A long time. And we've always had a connection. I remember one time, because, I had to go be an electrician for a little while and things like that as well. And I was finally coming back into the gym a lot more, and I ended up having to work a few corners, help Trevor out. And Jay Lee was one of the guys that I didn't work his corner, but he needed his hands wrapped. And he was just kind of looking at me like, I don't know this guy very well. I don't need this dude wrapping my hands, or, this and that, how any fighter should look at a trainer just doing that. And I ended up wrapping his hands, and that was the beginning of it, of it all right there. So he went out there, knocked that dude out, and I've been training him ever since.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So how long have you been training Jay Lee then?
So it's been all 16 years.
No
Yeah,
shit.
absolutely. MMA days, glory days.
He's a fucking legend in Colorado.
He's
I didn't put that together.
100% a legend in Colorado.
Yeah.
He absolutely is.
he's in the Hall of Fame, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you remember the masks he came out in? So they would all have the designs and stuff on them. I drew all those on there.
No shit.
Yeah, so that's another little
awesome.
connection that we had as well.
Okay.
So, but yeah, no, I've been working with him a long time, and, just taking
So
that.
you knew what he was as a person before.
Absolutely right. So I
Do
knew.
you think that if you didn't know him or didn't have those connections, you would even get involved?
I would have told him no.
Yeah.
I would have told him, honestly, it's not my sport. It seems a bit crazy, and, I don't get to be there. So I would have told him no. But Jay Lee, this was another pivotal moment in his life. Like what this fight has done for him, it's reignited his flame. He went out there, won a brutal fight, and came back, and everybody loved him for it.
He said it saved his life.
Saved his life. And that's, when he came into the gym to talk to me that day, I knew how bad he needed that. Mm-hmm. And I was not going to, whether he went out there and lost, he needed that. And I was going to make sure he got that.
Dude, you want to know something wild? That episode is just like fucking on fire. And you're talking about a guy that just started an Instagram like the day before he came on.
Absolutely.
Dude, it was like the week before. Mm-hmm. And I think that episode, go to our YouTube page real quick. It's getting like 400 downloads a fucking hour or something.
Really?
Still to this day. Because I don't know that anybody is given King of the Streets. They have their own YouTube platforms and stuff, but I don't think anybody's actually like kind of told the intimate story that we did. Yeah, it's 16,000 views.
Dang.
And that's the podcast, and that like people are like they're not turning it off either, man.
No,
So I hope
it was a great one.
I hope Jason's all right with it, because I don't know that he knew what he was signing up for.
It's exactly what he needed.
Yeah.
It was exactly. And I was just so glad that I was able to be there for him. Chris was able to link him up with you.
Yeah.
You were able to be there for him. Because
dude, we're tight. This place builds bonds, man.
Man, and let me tell you something. And I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that for sure. And what it's done for Jay Lee, I couldn't be any more prouder. I couldn't be any more prouder.
Can you kill that, Tyler?
Yeah. This is what I've wanted to see him do since the day I started with him. It's been at the tip of his fingers, but it's just been held back, Certain choices, certain things just kept him back just a little bit. But once he decided it was go time and it was, it was his time, it all changed.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I don't think I could do it. I couldn't do it for sport. Like if it came down to a life or death matter, yeah, I'm gonna fucking pull out all the punches.
I might be able to do that in a different setting. Does that make sense? Because as you go around and you sit there and you look around, in the videos and stuff in this fight, everybody's got a mask on.
Yeah,
everybody's wanted in that entire place.
Oh, I've been talking to. They've been reaching out to me ever since I had them on.
Is it hard as hell? Hell yeah, I love it. But damn, if it was here in America, okay, cool. I could see it because I know it's going to be okay. You're not going to get left there if something bad happens.
That's another wild part about it, right? It's like, because you're fucking playing with the devil.
You're damn right, because I have a feeling you're not going to, you saw what a tip-top organization did to look out for their fighter out in Rome.
There you go.
Could you imagine what would happen there?
Yeah.
Be nuts. And I mean, that's not how I'm going out.
The other thing is you start getting, it turns into that Snatch. It turns into Snatch the movie where like those guys start having a hand on who's actually going to win the fight. Like that happens in major sporting.
Of course.
Like look at what's going on right now in the NBA.
Everywhere. UFC,
right?
all that stuff. Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like the FBI is busting down gym doors now.
And you know what's crazy is those aren't mafias running that.
No.
Out there, that is.
But it's the same exact philosophies and principles that mafias use.
100%.
Yeah, that's the crazy part, right?
Yeah.
So it is almost like you're right. When you start dealing with these 1%ers, they're not fucking dumb, dude.
They didn't just
even
get
if
that
they're
patch
the
overnight.
Hells Angels. Yeah, they're not.
You better respect
idiots.
that 1% patch.
And they're not going to jail.
No,
anytime soon. It's going to take a full fucking.
They're not getting caught.
Force to take them down, right?
It's not getting
like
caught.
You're going to have to spend some money.
Yeah,
and then you might not even have the guy, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
So it's like it's those lines in the sand, right? Of wild shit. And that's what scares me more than anything, because Jason is such a good dude that I honestly worry about him fucking around with these organizations.
Absolutely.
And even though we'll talk about that off mic, but there's been some invitations to some stuff, and I'm like, I'm good. I appreciate the love, but I'm good.
Yeah, I don't blame you, because like I said,
when you get invited to the club, the Hells Angels clubhouse,
you don't get choices.
You don't go, right?
No, you don't. That's right. You don't have choices.
Believe me, man. I've been, but like it's a great time.
Absolutely.
But you never want to owe anybody anything, is what I'm getting at.
That's right. Yeah. No. And you know what? Everybody wants something from you. So
and everybody loves a winner, right?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. They love you when you're riding high. Hate you when you're riding low.
Like one of my favorite times to have fighters on, a little personal model, a little insider information, is after they lose.
Yeah,
like that's
they speak real after that.
Yeah, and to let them know I love them. You can still be
absolutely.
You're still a part of it. It's a community, right?
Absolutely.
Like if you get invited on this fucking show, you're somebody that I would hang out with anywhere, anytime.
Right.
And if you don't meet that criteria, you're not welcome.
Kind of how I go on the coaching side of it. If you're not somebody I couldn't bring my wife around, you're not going to be around me.
Absolutely.
No,
that's a good philosophy. That's a great way to.
Can I trust you around my family? If not, I can't trust you.
Yeah. I don't know that everybody I've had in here I would trust around my family. I'm just playing. No, actually,
you might
probably
even be trusting the wrong ones.
No, it's all good, man. I got some wild friends, man.
You do.
Yeah, I got some wild.
Got a collection
friends.
of them. For sure, man. I do too.
Yeah,
man.
they're wild, and they're the best, though,
yes,
right? Because they're the most honest and genuine. But to take it back to like that King of the Streets thing. So they're not letting coaches go. So it's travel by yourself. There's nobody in your corner.
That's right.
They're not letting you. It's the audience is there.
And
there's
I don't even know if there's
music. There's no fucking.
I don't even know if I would call that an audience. Those are all their boys. I think that's the crew. You know what I'm saying? But it's to send your fighter somewhere where you can't go is nuts. And let me tell you, out of everything that happened leading up to that fight, after that fight, even during that fight, that's what I was most proud about with Jay Lee, is him flying out there all by himself, which I could only imagine what that mental was like on that plane.
I think it was the first time he left the country, if
first
I'm not
time
mistaken.
Ever. First time ever. And to go fight on a promotion that, it's crazy, and, flew over there all by himself, handled the whole week by himself. And that's sometimes where the trainer is needed the most.
100%.
Is that week leading up to the fight. And for him to go out there and be so focused on that moment that he wanted was inspiring for me. Because, I know for a fact that was not easy. So
No, hell
I know for a fact that was not easy. Not many fighters I know that will do that. Not at that level. You know, they're going to want
It's
their
next
crew
level,
with
man.
them, you
Like
know?
that concrete, the whole just
And he
the
went down hard
jersey-
on that
yeah,
concrete. He went down hard.
That fight is it's
Yeah.
not that was actually one of the fights that I wasn't
Yeah.
overly disgusted by. Like
Yeah. and it had a little bit more, what do I want to say, fight to it.
Yeah.
Until he figured out he can get more dirty. You know what I'm saying?
and his opponent, Eric, the Scotsman,
yeah.
we're buddies now.
Oh, cool,
Like just
man.
because
Yeah,
of
that's
that.
cool,
Like
yeah.
I catch up with him when we were over in Rome. I was actually texting, hey, are you gonna make it over to Rome for
Oh,
BKFC?
damn,
Like,
okay,
We're going
okay.
back. He'll be on the podcast. Like such a good another great human being. That's
Absolutely.
in some wild
And that's cool that you
shit,
made that
dude.
connection.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Jason made that connection.
Oh,
You know?
cool.
Jason and him are super tight now.
Yeah.
And
That's another thing I love about this
I wouldn't be
sport.
surprised if he shows up at Genesis, you know?
Mhm.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
shout out to Eric. Stud. Same
Yeah.
thing with just like, you know, all the Aussies, dude. The whole Huntsman crew.
Huntsman crew is
The
just a-
fucking Mel and the
Yeah,
boys and like
they're
they're
all
wild,
great
man.
people,
Like
man.
I was just on the phone with Mel yesterday.
Oh, were you?
know, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It's like lifelong friends, you know, at these craziest moments, you know.
Yeah, I've talked to Hayes a couple times since the fight. So,
Yeah, me too.
because he's getting his tape thing going. He's got his new line of tape coming out.
Oh, no
let's
shit.
See what we can do about getting that over here.
Is it hand tape?
Yeah,
No shit.
yeah.
Okay.
So see what we can
Yeah,
do.
he's got his own tequila.
Man, he's doing his thing.
Epic, I think. Look
Yeah.
up Hayes the Huntsman's tequila.
I did see that.
I think
on
it's
his
Epic
social.
tequila or something like that. Yeah, we got to get some here in studio.
Yeah,
I fucking love
absolutely.
tequila too. So Hayes, if you're listening to this,
Yeah,
send me a bottle, bro, or tell me where I can buy the shit in the States. But just good people,
Epic
like
Blanco, huh?
yeah, yeah,
Nice.
that's it right there.
It's a good. It matches him too, huh?
Yeah, it does. It's
Huh.
cool labeling and everything.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
Yeah, this guy's crushing it.
Yeah, no, he is, man. Since
But
that first fight on the
It's a
beach,
guy. If you saw that guy in a fucking alley and
you're not
didn't
just
know him,
approaching that dude.
hell no, dude. He's an islander, like you know,
Yeah,
like
especially
straight up
what he starts
native.
putting his face on.
Yeah.
tongue stick. I'm like, bro, I'm out.
Well, I mean, I ran into him. I think right when I got into Rome, you know, everybody's in the fucking lobby.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh shit, there's that dude with the face tattoos, right? And then the next thing I know, I'm sitting at dinner with him and Whitney and his wife and
yeah,
Mel and Beto.
yeah.
And we had the fucking best time. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah, that's kind of how we were when we were in Florence when we first met those guys.
yeah,
Like we clicked. I mean, we've been friends ever since.
they're just real fucking
Absolutely,
people. Yeah.
they are real people. Exactly, and believe it or not, really, that's what you run into. All half that stuff you see on the internet, this and that, that's not true. Or
No.
you pick the one thing that's happened in how many years to really focus on, and that's not how it is.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, great people,
And they're
man.
still bad motherfuckers too, dude.
Yes,
Like,
dude.
look
I
at
mean, let me tell you, I'm not
fucking
getting punched by
split
that dude.
island. No, fucking no.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I've
Yeah.
never seen somebody get split this way.
That was wild.
I have
man.
never, and I've seen a lot of fights, man.
Yeah.
A lot of cuts, a lot of this. I've never
That
seen.
bare knuckle, man, it is no joke. It is one wild sport.
It
I'm
is.
a fan of it, but I'm not at the same time because I see, like you,
Man,
you see the fighters the next day. It's a different story, right?
Well, and
Yeah.
I've never had one of my fighters, and I've been very blessed. My fighters have not ever suffered any hard injuries, got knocked out bad, nothing. And for Chris to come back and hand me his teeth, I was like, what the fuck? Holy shit, these are teeth in my hand right now. Well, you're winning. There, bite down on that mouthpiece and let it go. So, but yeah, no, it was a pretty crazy moment to have that happen, and I've been very blessed to where I don't have to have that happen very often. So, yeah, it was pretty crazy, man. It was
I
pretty
can't
crazy.
laugh at it, man. But
Yeah.
it's just like Chris is such a good dude because
He is.
you know the next day we're at the Vatican. He's toothless. You know, both it looked like he was in a fucking hockey fight, not a boxing match.
Yeah,
right? Like,
I'm telling you, we were eating lunch. It was my wife's birthday that next day,
Yeah.
so we were we went out to lunch, and we all talked about what we loved about my wife and this and that, and he was talking and he kept I was dying.
Yeah.
He was trying so hard not to get mad, and I was just giggling. I was like, all right, let's skip Chris, move on to Whitney.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good on him though, man, because I probably would have sat in my hotel room and sulked a little bit,
You know what? It does happen. We probably would have too had he not had that adventurous day the next day that he had.
Yeah.
Because I was pretty upset, man. I was pretty upset. It's nothing worse than being stolen from.
Yeah. As you should be. Have they talked? Have you heard any news about running it back?
Haven't
at
heard
all?
anything right now. Not a thing. I mean, they always, they call and say this. They always give him the, what he wants to hear, and then we don't hear from him for 6-7 weeks. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that, we gave Sakara the right to fight us, which we didn't have to, but we gave him the right to fight us. He should do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It's the least he could do,
Absolutely.
It's the least you can do, my man.
Yeah.
So,
Make it right.
yeah, that's right.
Make
So
it
we
right.
gave you your opportunity. Give it back. So, and, hopefully we can get Chris's belt back too.
Yeah, that was another wild thing.
He tell you about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Taking his belt. Like, man, come on. You can't do that.
No.
Can't do that. At least get it back if you did it.
Yeah, and the one.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just craziness out there all the time, man.
It is. The game is crazy, whether you're in the UFC, BKFC,
It don't
King
matter.
of the Streets.
Yeah.
Like,
If you're involved in fighting, it's crazy.
it's wild.
Yeah.
How do you keep, I guess, what's the best words of advice for a young coach coming up, like to keep their composure, keep all the checks and balances? I mean, we just talked about 5 different organizations since we hit start, and I'm sure that there's a few more,
Yeah.
probably
Oh, yeah.
actually 6, right? Between some of the boxing federations and
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely.
Like,
And even more than that, honestly. Yeah. And all the other
you
MMA
got
organizations.
1FC now. The
Yes.
Glory's come back, right?
It's
Which
starting
I'm
to.
excited
and
about.
I've heard K1 has as well, which was my favorite back in the day.
Yeah.
There's so many. There is honestly so many organizations out there that the gym works with or has been a part of for sure.
Yeah.
So-
How do you pivot, or what's the best way that you've found to stay organized in all those? Because there's so many different disciplines, right? Like when you start breaking down, I guess you could equate it to like martial arts disciplines, right? Because everything that you're doing is a martial art, even boxing, right?
Absolutely.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
So you have all these different disciplines. You can't just switch from being a black belt in Taekwondo to being a black belt
In boxing.
in boxing.
Yeah.
Right? Like that doesn't happen. Same with kickboxing.
Absolutely
Like,
right. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Everybody has their, what do I want to say, their specialties. And sometimes they transfer over. Most of the times they do not. And the only way that I can keep it straight is a lot of my stuff relates to all of it, because I've come up with that curriculum per se to relate to all of it. But it all has its separations, and like I said, sometimes it comes back to me having the notebook experience, and honestly, just plain and simply knowing your fighter. What does your fighter need? Got to watch a little videotape. What is he going up against, or he or she? So that's the only way that you can keep it different. Because if you're never doing any of that, it's all going to be the same, and you're not going to be that gym that's very hard to train for, because they know what to expect from every single fighter that comes out of that gym. So the only way the best way of keeping that straight is just making sure that you're staying on your P's and Q's and making sure that you're staying humble in your own rights. Especially when you're getting involved more and more and more and more. Stay humble, because people forget what got them there. They just see where they're at now. They don't ever remember what got them there, and they forgot they took notes. They forgot that they trained people differently. They forgot that they did things like that to get them where they're at. Just like when a fighter, the basics got you that win, even though you hit them with the spinning back fist. Your jab got them all the way up against the fence, a couple of feints, and then that spinning back fist came in. That was all basics that did that. But then all of a sudden, sometimes you don't see their jab anymore, and they look like a tornado out there, just spinning one after another, after another, after another. So just always remembering going back to those basics, plain and simple.
I guess this is more of like a personal side of stuff, but what is your practice to reset yourself in those moments to go back and visit it? Because I know that I have to do it, just even being a podcast host.
It's what it is me getting home. I got to get into my comfortable area again, talking with my girls, not even about the fight, nothing. It's just about what their weekend did or what their week had. And just getting back to getting my feet back on the ground is kind of my ritual before I go back and rerun it back. Because whether it's the win, I'm still on the hype and I don't see anything that my fighter did wrong, or we lost and I'm still a little upset and I'm looking for reasons to find out why we didn't lose. So I'm not giving it its respect there either. So just making sure that,
So do you mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you,
You're
but
fine.
do you mean completely checking out, being with your family,
yes, completely
not
checking
thinking about it, blocking that out of your mind, and then coming back to it with a fresh set of eyes?
With the fresh set eyes, because everything that happened leading up to that, everything that happened during that and after that is going to affect the way you look at that tape. After you reset, you calm down, you're not emotional anymore, whether it's good or bad emotions. But when you're not emotional, you look at that videotape and look at it with real meaning, real understanding. You're not being
As a
biased.
student.
Yeah, absolutely. You're looking at it the way you need to be looking at it. And you have to check out. I used to never check out, and it kept me in one mode. Does that make sense? So
Just go. It's easy to get in a go mode. Like I even am guilty of it in the businesses and the practices that I run, and even with the podcast I have.
Yeah.
It's just what's next.
Absolutely.
And then the next thing I know is I'm not present sitting right here at this table where I need to be, right?
Yes.
So now I have a daily ritual that any day that I record, fuck everything else.
Yes.
Right? Like
Yes.
including my family. And I hate to say that, and I don't.
I
mean
know
that.
exactly what you mean.
If they needed me,
Yes,
I'd be there.
Absolutely.
But I need to be in the right headspace, so I need to go check some boxes, and I need to not have any negative interactions before that.
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously, my phone is always on. They could call me at any time, and I could change, and we could reschedule, right? Like,
Right.
not a big deal.
Yeah.
And this is fucking a podcast, right? But I take it fucking seriously. Like, I'm not fucking around.
That's
here,
right. Well, it's
right?
your love. Why wouldn't
Yeah.
you want to take it seriously?
I want to be my best version of myself.
100%.
And I know to be my best version of myself is I got to hit the gym. I got to get outside. I got to fucking have caffeine. I got to be stretched out.
Absolutely.
I got to come in here fasted. It's just like
Yeah.
all those things cognitively keep me on my A game. Even though I'm coming in here with intention, but not intention of driving the conversation anywhere or any
Right.
sort of motive.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
just intention of being the best version of myself and feeling the best. Like if I'm hungover from the night before, it's going to be a shitty podcast,
Yeah,
probably, right?
absolutely.
Like I'm not going to give all myself, right? If I come in here and didn't work out and just ran around and had to do a bunch of work shit, prior to this that stresses me out, that's still going to be on my brain.
Absolutely. Well, you saw out in Italy, you didn't see me much.
Yeah.
You didn't see me much. I was with if I went anywhere, I went with my wife and my wife only. And it's to make sure that I am still checking those boxes.
You got to be sharp, right?
I got to be sharp. I don't need all those outside distractions. And, there's a lot of them out there. I could go out there and party every night. I could wake up hangover every day.
That's what I was doing.
But you deserve that. That was a trip for you.
No, I was there for work. I mean, I've crossed those lines because the crazy part is
But you
in
weren't
my
in
line of
here,
work, I
you
have
know
to
what I'm
wine and
saying?
dine people
Yes,
sometimes,
absolutely.
right? And it's not, I don't want that to come off the wrong way either, but
Nope.
it's like,
I know exactly
it's
what you
genuinely
mean.
like, yeah.
I know exactly
gotta
what
do.
you mean. And and
You got to go break bread with people, right?
Absolutely
Yeah.
right. And you notice,
And when in Rome.
yeah. And even after I blew my ears in that dang club in Florence because I never go out after the fight.
Yeah.
I'm putting my feet back on the ground. I have another fight coming up, more than likely. And all I want to do is get home to my family.
Yeah, it's wild. Since
That's
we've
it.
been back from Rome, you've been in somebody's corner like freaking every weekend.
Every
pretty much.
weekend. And
Yeah.
then this weekend, I got 10 fighters fighting. And
Really?
yes.
No
and that's
shit.
for the Colorado Combat down at the Stampede in Aurora. And that will close out my year this year. So, I mean,
10 fighters?
every time. So, Colorado Combat has thrown 3 cards in, I want to say 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had 10 or 12 fighters on each of those cards alone. And that's just 3 fights. So, I mean, the amount of corners and everything that I've had to work this year has just been crazy. And I absolutely love it. So, staying connected to my family and staying grounded is a must, because then otherwise these guys get a residual effect from the last fight. You know, I'm always carrying it over.
So you're resetting. Yeah.
100%. And that's kind of what I do when I have 10 fighters on a card. I got to have a spot where I'll go away for 3 minutes. Even if it's for 3 minutes, I got to be by myself. I can't have you just bothering me, this and that, because guess what? I got to say different stuff to this guy now. And we might have just lost, and I need this guy to win. I don't need him feeling losing energy. Does that make sense?
Oh, it makes 100% sense. I've even recently, I've started to do this in my personal life, and it's helped me a ton. Like before I walk through the threshold of my home, and I talked about this in the last podcast, I take that 2 minutes to reset, whether it's the drive home, whatever, no outside influence. Like I want to walk in that door the best version of myself. I don't want to bring anything from the podcast.
That's right.
You know.
Yep. And I mean,
through the door.
At the end of the day, your family deserves that.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one thing I had to work on a lot. And, you know, and I mean, you know, the situation that really forced me to work on it. And, you know, they deserve it. I mean, I'm gone a lot, and they never complain. Never complain. The least I can do is give them everything I have. You know, not bringing home this, you know, we got robbed and this and that. Like, my wife was in Rome. That birthday was the next day. Like, it was hard, but it had to be, you know, I have to. She's out there with me. You know, my fight's over. She deserves my time now. And it's the same thing with my daughter. So those resets are, man, they're key. You gotta have
And they're
them.
actually good for you, right?
Yes, absolutely.
You could have sat there and sulked it and been pissed off, and it wouldn't have changed any of the outcome.
No, it probably
Right.
would have made it worse, because now I'd have had 4 or 5 fighters lose after that now.
Right.
You know, and that's what I don't want. So, yeah, reset's huge, man.
So not to say that that's a superstition. It's more of a discipline, right? I would say.
It's a discipline.
And yeah, a discipline.
And if you use it enough, you know it's not a superstition. You know it works.
right.
You know it works. So I guess if you've never used it, you can doubt it. But guys like you and I, we do it every day, all day. So we know it's not a superstition. We see it work right before our eyes. You know, you see it happen. Like, dream about something 2 years ago and it happens exactly the way you just dreamt it. You're like,
That's crazy sometimes.
yeah, that's
man.
right. That's not superstition. I'm sorry. It just happened for me. So,
Yeah.
you know, genie in the bottle.
Yeah,
Everybody's
it's
got one.
happening here. It's like, man, I wish I could have this person on. And the next thing I know,
Yeah.
like a month later, they're fucking sitting here. I'm like,
It's crazy.
This is wild.
And that's one thing my
Yeah.
wife works on a lot with me is careful what I say.
No, it's so true.
Careful, even
Yeah.
if it's by myself. Careful what I say, because, you know, the universe is listening at all times.
Yeah.
So, you know, everybody gets what they want, good or bad. So
That's true. Yeah,
Good
that's
or
why I think it's super important to have a level head in it all.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Because
and I've been really intentional with that lately too. Like,
yeah.
you know, my goal here, not to keep bringing it back to the podcast, but it's what I know
Oh,
the
yeah,
best,
yeah.
right? But my goal here is not to be as big as Rogan or Sean Ryan or
Just be
whatever.
as big as you.
Just
Yeah.
I am who I am.
That's right.
Continue to do this with none of the noise, because like I don't want to have personal protection follow me around because of fucking
I'll leave it at that. If you're always comparing yourself to somebody else, you're never going to make your full potential.
And you need to be your own version.
You have
right?
to be.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. Who's
Yeah.
to say you won't be bigger?
Yeah.
You know?
I don't
So-
wish for that though. That's the thing. It's
It
like,
happens just when
yeah.
you're where you're supposed to be, man.
Right.
So that's you got to be. Well, I'll tell you, your universe answers you when you're where you're supposed to be. You just have to recognize.
It's definitely answered me here.
Yeah, absolutely right.
And honestly, in my own way, like it's been an educational
answering for me. Like I've learned so much sitting at the scene. I've learned
Absolutely.
how to be a better version of myself from listening to other people's experiences. And that's why I'm picking your brain on like, how do you reset? How do you do, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
And I, you know,
be a student.
and be a student. And I don't know, I know when we were in Florence, one of the cameramen had happened to capture me taking my moment. I don't know if you had ever seen that picture, but I think maybe Whitney has it, or it was actually something I was very upset about at first. Like, don't come over here taking pictures when I'm in my moment. This is my moment. I came over here all by myself for a reason. I don't need you
Was
over
it
here.
JC that caught it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was...
Dude, he's a hell of an artist.
He
man.
absolutely
Like,
is.
He is, when it comes to that video editing, like, style, I love it, man.
No,
I love
he is the
content
man
that
when it
he's
comes to that.
created, and I did catch that moment.
Oh,
And
did you? Okay.
we actually shared it. It was after the Florence fight. We played maybe like I don't know, 6 minutes or something of the video that he created, the long form.
yeah,
and
yeah.
that was in that. So if you go and
absolutely.
listen, pull up the podcast real quick, Tyler. Go to our website.
And it
I'll
was
give them the
actually
episode.
my wife and Whitney that convinced me that it's okay.
to leave it in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I was like, no, this is me.
Because you're showing the real moments.
That's right. This is
Right.
me. This is what I need to accept what just happened to me. You know, so, and you know, I had 6 weeks of fights.
Go to the
leading out to that.
mountainside.com and go to episodes.
Because I had Marcus Edwards the weekend before that as the main event, BKFC, and then Chris fought the next weekend. So it just, you know,
Scroll down to Chris's episodes. Keep going. Right there, 220. Yeah, we played it in this podcast. So if anybody wants to go and watch it,
That's
and
a
shout
dope
out to
picture.
Fighter 365. Yeah, it is, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs that fucking belt back.
Yeah, he does, man. And the
Yeah.
fact that they're not doing anything to get it back is really heartbreaking, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they just don't care. Like, I mean, how do you take that from that guy?
Yeah.
That
I guess we need to
thing.
catch the listeners up if we're going to talk about it. I don't know that. Should we talk about that?
I mean, probably not too much, but we
Okay,
can
we'll
kind
talk
of just,
about it off
you know,
mic.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there was some technical difficulties. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people have the misconception, and I honestly didn't know. Chris and I talked about it on here publicly. When you win a belt or a title, that is your belt to
That
keep
is your belt to
forever.
keep.
Even when you lose, that marks that momentum in time. So Chris actually
Exactly.
has 2 BKFC belts, right?
Yes.
Because
Defended it
he
once.
won it once and then defended it
Yep.
once. And then if he would have won this one,
He would have got
he would
another
have
one.
got a third one.
Yes.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, something happened with shipping or production or something, so they needed to borrow a belt.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually Chris's belt that Sakar has,
Yes.
and he's supposed to get it back. But Chris said, I think publicly, just bring that fucking belt to our next fight. I'll get it back.
I remember him saying that.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah, it is perfect.
That's right.
Yeah.
Bring that one back because I don't care about the new one.
Yeah.
I want mine back.
Yeah.
So that's like, you know, taking a family heirloom right there.
Yeah,
Bring it
absolutely.
back,
Yeah.
you know? So,
Because everything, I'm a big, person of like history. That's why the Octagon means so much to me. Like,
yeah.
I can't believe that that's not sitting in a museum somewhere.
We got it
is
before
at
that happened.
Genesis.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's going to cost you a lot of fucking money if you want it, by the
man.
way, right?
Start doing tours in that cage.
No, it's just odd. But you think about the history. That's what fucking started it all, was in that Octagon.
Yep. Mile High. McNichols Arena.
So crazy, right?
Yep,
That it happened
absolutely.
right here. And then it's now in a fight gym in Denver. Not only a fight gym, your fight gym,
Yes.
where there's world-class fighters. That look at how much that sport has evolved from being borderline king of the streets to what it is now, Like it's
crazy.
a sport.
Have one guy with
It is
one
a-
glove on.
So crazy. No weight classes. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No holds
It's so
barred.
wild to go back and watch those.
They are
And just
wild.
like to see the evolution and to have it at all, I guess, archived, right? Like the way that they do with Fight Pass is fucking
ingenious, man. I love that.
It's all archived. And
the best $9 you'll spend a month. Dude, in my
You're exactly
opinion,
right.
As a fan.
Gotta have
right?
Fight Pass, man. There's so much they put on there, it's not even funny.
It's so crazy going back through it all. Man, so the level that you're at today, Jake, is amazing to me, man. My hat goes off to you. You just explained about all the work that you've had, like those moments of traveling and coming home with $40 to a fight. Like that's fucking insane, right? So anybody that just thinks it's easy and it's not going to be right, this is they think it's an overnight success. Like I get that sometimes with the podcast. So and I kind of did have overnight success a little bit, right?
Yeah,
like,
if you're doing the right thing, it works out.
But I still
great.
had struggles, right?
Yes.
I still had to keep that train on the rails because I could have very easily fucking derailed this motherfucker real fast.
Absolutely right. Because in those moments when you're doing your thing, the world works against you almost half the time. It tries real hard.
Yeah, man.
But when you're in the right spot, man,
it's good versus evil, man. I really believe that, right?
It is always a battle.
Like this year's been wild for me. Like some of the highest highs in my career where I'm actually doing what I want, where we're actually gaining some success, not just in the podcast, but what I've been working at for 27 years of experience and kind of actually really figuring out why did I have all this experience, right? Like it's all kind of coming to a head.
Yeah.
But some of the hardest moments in my life have been this year.
Yeah.
Between losing a family member and a school shooting and just like all this stuff that's not supposed to happen or were curveballs. And it did happen though. Right. When that accident happened with your daughter, were you reaching like a high point of your career at that point?
Yes. I had just gotten into the new gym that I'm in now.
Really?
So we were open for 2 years. It was a nice gym, but building was ran down. Like I had to work my way up, 2 years later. And what's crazy is I had adversity both times. So when I had first opened the gym, I almost lost my wife to a disease called endometriosis. I don't know if you've ever heard of that before, but it's something now that is very much so going on with a lot of women. And she called me one day and was like, you need to get home. I think I'm dying. And I was like, if you think you're dying, you need to call the ambulance. You need to call that. She never did. I got home. And what was happening is her intestines were completely blocked up. And honestly had been completely blocked up for 2 months. She never said nothing about it. Dealt with it stronger than shit. But I had gotten home and you could see her belly like, remember Total Recall? Or even Alien, when the thing was coming up out of his belly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what was happening to her stomach. So she was having like crazy hemorrhage. Like she was probably minutes from death. So we ended up dealing with that when I had first opened my gym. So I know when that adversity, once you start going the right way, something's going to test you. Mm-hmm. That happened. And then 2 months into getting our new spot, that's when the wreck happened with my daughter. So both of those big, huge moments in my life became struggling, but I did not allow it to break me. I allowed it to make me. And let me tell you, it tested me both times. Like, we're going to keep this guy from going where he's going. And now that I have felt past those tests, I'm getting what I'm getting.
It's almost like, oh man, that's so wild.
I'm feeling the rewards.
It is so fucking wild. Like you're probably the 20th person that's told me this, dude. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Yeah. How
just happens. Like it happens. And I think that this is to take it back to what your wife was saying about careful what you wish for, because like, I think it's just a cycle or something. I think it's like, I really think it's good versus evil, man.
It absolutely, it always has been since the beginning of time.
It's like, you start looking at where it hit home for me was in the last year. Mm-hmm. And it was a clip of Mike Tyson and Francis Ngannou sitting down.
Okay.
Have you seen this?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And Tyson asked, see if you can pull that up, Tyler. Tyson asked Francis, do you believe in God? I wonder if we can play that without getting copyright struck. Let's try it, because I'd rather, instead of me butchering it.
Or maybe you just edit this part out or something. Yeah.
But in a nutshell, I mean, it's basically Tyson telling his story of like, you get all the success, fame. That's when the devil wants you more.
And you were worth a lot in that moment.
You're right. Because you're God's golden child. God gave you all this success, right?
Absolutely.
And whether you believe in God or not or whatever, right? It's still good versus evil.
Yes.
So he starts to tempt you with girls, fast cars, money, drugs, like all the things, right? And look at what happened to Tyson.
Yeah, man.
You know,
that's a fall off.
And so that's where it like first kind of clicked. Like,
all this good stuff
Should I play it? With the,
yeah, let's play it.
happening to you. You know that, right? Yeah. You know that, right? But this is something that you may not know too.
Yeah, this is after Ngannou lost his son, right?
Favored by the devil. He's coming for you too. So you just gotta be strong and stay on the right side. Whose side you gonna go on? He's gonna give you power too. He's gonna get in your head too, but it's whose side you gonna stay with. Who brought you here? You go home with the guy that brought you to the dance. You know?
You go home with the guy that brought you to the
Yeah.
dance. That's exactly right.
Yeah, no, it's wild. And so it's almost like, when was that clip? Sorry, go back to that clip. How long ago was that? Because I watched this podcast right after it came out because I was like, dude, these are two fucking legends sitting together. And
Well, you know they both
Tyson's
train
a
out of this, or
mastermind.
did train out of the same gym.
Yeah,
Extreme.
I think it was about 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2012
Okay.
or 2022. Sorry.
Oh, so it was
Yeah,
longer
so it's
than
been
that.
3 years. Man, okay.
So I watched that and I remember seeing that. And that's when I was talking about going back and listening to podcasts, I went back and listened to that. I went back and listened to it numerous times just for that very moment.
Yeah.
Like to have those words of wisdom from somebody like Mike Tyson, who's experienced the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Like he
Yes.
lost a child too.
100%.
Was that a treadmill accident or something? I can't remember.
I think
Something
it
crazy.
She drowned.
Okay.
That's what I think it happened. I've heard it was a treadmill, but I heard that I've also heard that she drowned. I'm not really quite sure, but
Yeah.
either way, it was asphyxiation. You know,
Bro, could you? I mean,
No.
I can't fucking imagine.
No.
I don't care how much money, how much fame, how much. If you're the fucking king of the world,
Yeah,
that's gonna crush you,
it's
right?
gonna crush you.
Like just what you've experienced with your daughter, and just a little bit of stuff that I've experienced with my kids, and
Yeah.
nothing like super serious. Thank God, man.
But it's enough to crush you enough to where you learned from it.
yeah, absolutely.
You know, we don't all have to have the same lesson.
no,
That's not the way this world works. Our lessons all come different, but guess what? You
it's the
learn.
kind of. It's to take the blinders off.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think that that's kind of what he's talking about there. And what I'm starting to see, it's like, it's almost, okay, you wouldn't go into a fight unprepared, right?
right.
So I think it's kind of that now. Like I feel like I have enough wisdom and enough on the pulse now that I'm at least going to start looking at that forethought. I'm sorry, I'm totally bobbling here.
No, you're
with forethought or awareness. Okay, this really good thing just happened to me. I need to have my head on a swivel because there's probably somebody coming from my back.
That's exactly
because
right.
of it, right?
Yep.
Like
It's not
and
something
not
you
to
want to
live
fear.
your life in fear, right?
You don't want to fear it.
But be conscious of it
That's right.
and be prepared for it,
Yes.
right? Like I think that's the biggest thing is like that's what keeps me making conscious decisions of staying sharp and not drinking.
Yes.
Or like I want to be able to be there in those moments. Like as much as I'd love to sit in here and get drunk every night with every guest
Yeah.
and ride those highs and crush whiskey and have good times,
Mm-hmm.
I also want to be sharp that if something happens to my kids, I can go pick them up. Because what if I can't? You
That's
know what I
right.
mean? Like
That's right.
those sort of moments like that. It's like
You got to be on
you
point
can't let the
all time.
blinders. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's honestly what's kept me from drinking. It's not that I've struggled with like alcohol addiction
Yeah.
or anything like that. It's just like
Same with me.
I need to be on my game. I
Yep.
just need to be sharp.
I
right?
like a drink here and there, but you know, it's when I know for a fact everybody's home.
Yeah.
You know, nothing's going to happen but me falling asleep on the couch here, you know?
Right.
And even then, it's still not very often because it carries over. Like you said.
Big time.
It carries over. Whether you think it don't, it does.
Dude, I gained like 10 pounds in Rome.
yeah, but was that from the food?
Oh
or-
yeah. It was I'm sure it was wine and food.
There's the
lack of
we was
sleep
doing some eating and drinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't do a lot of drinking, but we did a lot of eating.
I want to say it was the flying. It was that 16-hour flight or whatever.
I didn't decompress the whole way.
But yeah, I think you gotta stay conscious of that, man.
You have to.
Like,
It
I
keeps
think it's
you
huge.
right.
If you start gaining any sort of success in anything, be ready.
Be
That's
ready.
what I'm saying.
And
Like, you don't have to live your life in fear, but just be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't forget to say thank you when you
Yes.
finally get it. Because so many of us, we pray, we want, I want, can you please bless me with this or this and that. And then when it finally happens, there's no Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
There's like, oh, yeah, see, I knew
Just
it was
keep
going to
riding
happen.
that high,
it's
right?
Yeah. Don't ever forget where it came from. He gave you what you wanted. Once again, better say thank you. So just like, with my daughter's wreck, believe it or not, I said thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you because you gave me my family back, and thank you that my daughter's still here. Because, just like the video we just watched, both of those guys have a kid that's not here anymore. That's the next further step. It gets worse.
Yeah.
It gets way worse. And I experienced some of the worst I felt there was, and it's obviously not. So
To take it back to that, I mean, God himself, if you look at the example of Jesus, that's his son, right?
Absolutely.
Like, it's fucking wild.
and
man.
he did it to him, or
Yeah.
but there's a lot of different things you could say about it, but once again, you just got to make sure that you're always in good graces.
Mm-hmm.
You say thank you, and you watch how you talk, because
That's
it
just
always
being
comes
a
around.
good person, man.
That's what it comes down to.
That's a golden rule. Mm-hmm. It should be for anybody.
And it should be, and
And
that's
not have ulterior motives. Like, that's what drives me crazy
Yes.
is the people that are always trying to work an angle or trying to be a friend of somebody because,
yes, absolutely.
dude, the amount of phone calls that I get of, can you introduce me to this person, or can I do this, or
Yeah.
or just, it goes back to trusting your gut instinct. Like, somebody trying to be buddy with you, but you can just tell something's off.
That's right. Yeah, I'm being worked right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's honestly why I try to just reach out. I mean, business is business, right?
Of course.
But I genuinely try to reach out, even in my business deals. I'm trying to be genuine and like have a connection with that person. It's not like,
Well, being
it's not
genuine is
and
great.
being honest. Like, hey, I'd love to do this with you, but how the fuck are you? How old are your kids? Where are you been?
Right.
yeah.
Absolutely. It's the right card to play.
Yeah.
It's the longest hand that you're going to hold. It takes forever to happen, but guess what? It happens in divine time, not forced time.
Plus, it's like your gym philosophy. It's who you surround yourself with, who's in that gym. Like, you don't want any poison in the well.
Nope. Absolutely not. Because,
I don't care how much money they have.
poison
right?
spreads. That's right.
Yeah.
Money means nothing when it comes to the gym.
Yeah.
I got to make sure everybody's comfortable and everybody's getting what they came here for.
Yeah. That
So-
mat doesn't care how much money you have.
Does not care
Those
at all.
towels don't. They soak up the same amount of blood, whether you're a
damn right,
billionaire
dude.
or not. Right?
We're all bleeding the same color, man.
Yeah.
So,
That's wild, man. We've been at it here a little over 2 hours. I want to
Okay.
be gracious with your time, but before you jump off, do you have a little more time?
yeah, I do.
It's 5
absolutely.
o'clock right now.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
don't
we can
wanna
go
keep
another
you-
hour if you need it.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's do it then.
Okay.
You good, Tyler?
Okay,
we'll take a break.
If you're not checking out the Mountainside Podcast on YouTube, you absolutely should be. If you like the content that we create here and you want to help support the podcast, please take a moment, subscribe to us on YouTube, and hit that notification bell.
We are back.
Yeah.
So, Rose, how long have you been coaching Rose?
So this will be our 4th fight now.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm a huge fan, so shout
Yeah.
out. Like,
Thank-
and not just of her fighting, like her as a person.
Yes, absolutely.
I haven't met her in person. I would love to. She's a bucket list guest for me to have it in here. And I've talked to her and Pat a little bit. And I
Okay.
think they're going to come in and when the time is right, right?
You know they will.
And they're those type of people. Like, that's what I love about them. But just the way that she lives her life outside of the gym
Absolutely.
and everything that I've heard and how highly everybody speaks of her. I would love to have her in here.
Yeah.
I'd love for her to be part of this community, man. 'Cause
Yeah.
so many good people.
And you know what? There's nothing bad you can say about her. She's done so well with what she does.
Yeah.
And, you know, taking care of her name and selling herself. She's done so well with it. So,
Yeah.
But,
and a huge run coming back here in the UFC, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, she is right there.
yeah, we were originally scheduled to fight Alexa Grasso.
Right.
And the day after the announcement, we got word that Alexa had pulled out. I want to believe it was for an injury or something, but they put in Natalia Silva. Tough girl. Yeah, tough girl.
Yeah.
Throws a lot of kicks. But the type of dynamic that Rose brings to this game, it's, you know, she's not that person that stands right in front of you. And, you know, Natalia kind of needs that. So Rose too good on her feet. Too good with the movement, too good with everything she does. You know, so
All heart. Man.
but yeah, but expecting a good fight, man. It's going to be a great one.
That's awesome. So that's the debut on Paramount, right?
It is.
It's
Yep.
January 26th or something.
24th.
24th.
Yeah,
It's
I believe Gaethje's the main event fighting
Is
Patty.
it Vegas or?
It is. Yep. I want to say T-Mobile.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Hell
a big
yeah.
card. You know what's
They're
crazy
doing
is
it
we
right.
didn't even make the main card. That's how big of a card
Really?
this is.
She's
Yeah.
not on the fucking main
No.
card?
Nope. She's I believe the main event on the pre's.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, man, like,
This is a huge card.
yeah.
You know, I mean, that's kind of what happens.
Well, with this new model,
yeah.
it's pretty cool. No pay-per-view. I don't know.
love
I
it.
hope that they still...
What's going to happen to my Paramount subscription now? You know, is it tripling?
Dude, as soon as I heard that, yeah, I went and signed up for the $2.99 for
Yes,
life or
dude.
whatever. I was like, nope, I'm not playing that.
I'm
fucking
wondering
game.
if that's still going to apply for us. I really am.
Yeah,
Because I just, this non-pay-per-view thing, I'm having a hard time seeing how it's going to work.
what I'm worried about is, I don't know. I'm kind of a fan of it, and I'm kind of not. Sitting from the outside,
Yeah.
I have no stakes in the game other than the people that I have in here, and or my personal friends. Is how they build superstars. Like, I mean, say what you will about Conor McGregor, incredible fighter, incredible pedigree, incredible what that kid is manifested.
Yes.
But that was also helped along by
Oh.
the promotion, right?
Yeah,
And you
that
look at
marketability.
Sugar Sean, or you look at, you know, some of these fighters that the UFC definitely has its favors, right? Like,
And if you're one,
Yeah.
you're one of the luckies.
and are you marketable? Right?
Yes,
like,
like got to be that, man.
Yeah.
I preach that to the fighters. Like, you guys, remember, you're not fighting your whole life.
right?
Got to have something after this, and marketing yourself now is how you have something after this. Got
Yeah.
to sell yourself, man. You got to make your name. You know.
Yeah, and say
So-
what you will about it. I worry that kind of goes away because it does keep some of that lore there. It keeps some of the fandom there. And
Yeah,
it's like if
absolutely.
you don't have a pay-per-view card to sell, is every card just going to be a fight night? You know,
That's-
which is like as busy as they're keeping that sport, it has kind of watered it down. Like
Yes.
it used to be a big deal. It used to only happen every 6 months, right? Or once a year.
Yes.
And then it progressively got, well, yes, we're getting once a month, right? But it was the biggest fucking deal of the month, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But now it's getting so watered down, and I'm a fan of it. I can't watch it all. I can't dedicate 6 hours on a Saturday with
No.
kids that want to.
Well, even at that, I'm already
their
falling
shit.
asleep by the main card. If I'm at home, I'm already dozing off. There is
Yeah.
I've wasted my money so many times and never have gotten to see the fights,
Right.
you know, because I'm out on the couch.
Yeah,
You know, because I mean, I watch it all day.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, yeah, there's some great fights, but I have no problem going
it's
to sleep.
crazy. And then you have all these other organizations too. So you got BKFC
Yeah.
happening a lot
Yeah.
on the same weekends.
Well,
Now they're doing stuff every
absolutely.
week. It's fucking
BKB.
great, man. There's
Yeah.
so much. As a fan, it's almost like overload.
It absolutely
So I
is.
just worry that it's like getting watered down, that we won't have those
Mega cards.
mega cards like they do now. Like they have a reason now because this is the debut on Paramount.
Absolutely.
Like, that's why they built this card.
Kind of
that
makes
way.
them all the same after that, right?
But as long as Dana's still involved, I think, and Sean Shelby and those guys that understand that business.
Just curious to see how they're going to separate, you know,
Right.
the big ones from the okay ones, you know.
Yeah, there's got to be something, right?
Pay-per-view was the separation.
But you know, pay-per-view means shit now. Like everybody can pirate shit so
Yeah,
easy. And it's
absolutely.
like,
Man,
Dude, you can
I
watch
gotta learn how to
anything
be a
for free.
pirate. That's for sure, man.
yeah, not that I've ever done that, but
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
It's funny, yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Like you hang around any of the kids or any of the guys that I work with, they're all pretty smart and savvy, you know.
Yeah,
so they're
absolutely.
like, oh yeah, go to this website and then you click this, and it's like,
And then that one shuts down, and then you go to the next one. You know.
Yeah.
No, it's kind of shitty seeing that $100 check come out every month to something that I'm involved with.
dude, here's what I would like them to do. Okay, go to Paramount, whatever. I fucking pay for a subscription for everything now.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
fucking ridiculous. Like, I'm tired of that. But I will, because I'm a fan of fighting. Like, if you're gonna stick to a platform like ESPN, like you have for 5 years, I
Yes.
thought that was great.
Absolutely.
$5.99, whatever. Fight Pass, great. I can go back and watch the old fights. Make the pay-per-view attainable for the working class guy. $20, dude. Like, what are you gonna spend at the bar or on a pizza or something like that? Like this $80, $100, like just
goes up
$20
every time.
across the board.
Yeah. Well, you know
Make
what?
your money from the network.
Yeah, even these local shows are charging like $60 a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know
That's
what?
crazy.
I mean, I love my fighters. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. But never should they be charging $60 for a pay-per-view buy. Mm-hmm. Sorry. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. You know, not for that level per se.
I just think it would be so much big. I don't know. I'm not in that business.
Me neither.
But I
could
think
sit
it would
here and
make
say
the
whatever.
fan base bigger. I mean, that's what's made it big. The UFC, as big as it is they've opened it up to those major networks.
Yeah.
And put it out there for free.
That's right. And put it out there for free. And them come up when, you know, UFC, I guess, they felt was getting a little stagnant and they had to slap. And then all of a sudden now they have the jiu-jitsu promotion. Now they're in the boxing promotion, you know, so they're
building their own network.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
So
I got some insider on that too. I'll share with you after this.
And that's exactly what I knew was happening just because of what they're in everything now.
Yeah.
They're in everything now. So, but yeah,
Well,
I'm curious
you look at who owns them now too. It's, WWE, and it's like, yeah, I hope that doesn't mess it up either, that they don't start adding some of those annex in and direction. And
I mean, I hope not either, because I can't sit there and pretend to be like that in the back locker room when that's not really true.
throwing chairs and shit,
exactly.
rampaging doors. Like, that was genuine. That's why you love watching it, right?
That was
like,
real emotion there,
yeah.
you know? Yeah, rampage.
I mean, who doesn't love a Stone Cold Steve Austin moment, right?
Yeah, right.
But you know what you're watching, right?
Absolutely.
You're watching it for the entertainment.
Yeah,
That's
he's
what it
getting
is.
paid to say that right there.
It is entertainment, right? It's a soap opera for.
That's
it's
right.
a soap opera.
It is a soap opera.
Yeah.
Man, I used to love wrestling until all that happened.
Yeah.
You know, during the Junkyard Dog days, the Iron Sheik, you know, Hulk Hogan,
Jake
Ultimate
the
Warrior,
Snake,
Jake
dude.
the Snake.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
Yeah, I never really got into it, man. Like, even as a kid, I guess it's because I grew up in a wrestling gym.
Oh,
like
I got you.
I had uncles that
you had
were
the real wrestling.
like real wrestling, and it was like that was looked down upon. Like, you were an idiot if you watched it. You know?
absolutely.
Like, so my mentors didn't like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's wild, man. So, but that's awesome that Rose is on that card.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
can't wait to watch that card as much as I'm sitting here fucking bashing and worried about it, dude.
Gonna
I
be
can't
some barn
wait.
burners on there.
And it's not a championship fight for the main event, right?
I want to say it is. I don't know if it's the
they're
BMF
the
belt.
co-main, right? Oh, is it a BMF?
I want to say last I had heard it
because
was
doesn't
either
Max hold the BMF belt right now? I think Max Holloway holds it.
he might be. You might be right
Look
on
that
that.
up, Tyler.
But or it was either the BMF or
does
the.
Eli Taporia have it now? Because they fought since he beat Justin Gaethje.
Well, I think he has the actual belt.
Oh, okay.
Taporia does.
Who has the belt right now? Sorry. What am I?
BMF belt.
The BMF. Yeah.
UFC.
Max Holloway. Oh, you know, that's who fought for it, Justin and Max. They might just have a few of those titles.
Max still holds it. Huh. Yeah, keep digging on that.
Because you saw, remember
Let me
when
know.
Diaz fought for it as well?
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
Those were the
Gangsters,
days, man. Who doesn't love the Diaz brothers, man?
He is
Like,
currently the one?
I don't know why it says.
BMF.
Yeah, I think it's Max Holloway.
Okay. Okay, yeah, when he knocked out Justin.
Yeah. Dude, that was a wild fight.
That was a wild
so much
fight.
fun to watch.
Absolutely.
What was Rose's last fight? Was it here in Denver?
No, we were in Atlanta. It was
That's right.
Miranda
That's
Maverick.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So, and actually, this will be my 5th fight with Rose.
That's awesome.
Which is crazy. Yeah. Now that I remember Miranda.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, we've only had one loss. You know, I thought we won that fight against Aaron Blanchfield.
Yeah.
You know, that was that 5-round fight out in Canada.
Yep.
But, you know, we've had some great success together already. You know, I absolutely love working with Rose. I worked with Pat as well when he was fighting in the UFC, fighting for glory. Like, I trained him as well. So, you know, we got a lot of history and a great connection, I feel.
That's awesome.
You know, so I'm excited.
Well, I'm wishing you guys luck. Go
Thanks,
fucking
man.
get him. Shout out to Rose. Go knock this.
We're going to go get it.
Go get it.
Yeah, we're going to go get it.
I was about ready to say some words that she wouldn't appreciate. I don't need Rose showing up here bad at me. So.
You'd be amazed. Yeah. Rose still got that thug in her, man. She still got it.
I mean, the name fits, right?
That's right.
No, that's awesome, man. It's exciting. It's very exciting that you guys are on that card too. Like, there couldn't be a bigger platform.
That's right.
To be on, man. Like, what an opportunity. So yeah, I'm wishing you guys the best.
Thanks,
we'll
man.
be rooting for you here.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
thank you.
Make sure you tag us in the upcoming.
Oh, you know I will.
Too. Yeah, I will share it. Big fans of Rose and that whole scene. It's awesome, and it's good for Genesis too, right?
It absolutely is.
So speaking of Genesis, you mentioned, I don't know if we had hit record or if I fucked up at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
But you had mentioned you guys are moving into a new gym.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yep.
So where's that building at and what's going on?
So currently we're located off of Ward Street, and it's like 52nd and Ward. We're going to be off of 44th and Kipling, which is 1 block east of where we're originally at now. So, you know, moving the gym isn't going to be detrimental to it. You know, all the existing members and everything else are going to be able to make that move because it's not a...
So it's basically I-70 in Kipling, pretty much, right?
100%.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I-70, I don't know if you know where that Winchell's is at, right there off Kipling. We're across the street from...
I equate it to Rocky Mountain Specialty Gear. Do you know those guys?
No, but
you guys are going to be neighbors now. You need to go in and visit them.
Rocky Mountain Specialty Gear?
The world's best archery coach.
Oh, yeah.
Is right down the road
from me.
That's
where
where
Grudge used to be.
Yeah.
That's so the building that's right next. So they're in that building that has armbursts and everything in it. The building off to the left that stands alone, that is our new building.
Oh, no shit.
So yeah, we got our own building. Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's bigger. It's time to make that jump. We're expanding. You know, the gym is growing. So I'm very blessed and very excited for 2026. That's for sure.
That's awesome. So when are you guys opening the doors? Are you having a grand opening or anything?
Yes, we most definitely will be. We just acquired the building last week, so that has all been taken care of. It's going through the processes of all the, you know, the inspections and all that stuff.
Bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. But it's going through all that, and then, you know, we're going to start the build out. So this thing's going to be built to spec, which I love. It's going to be, we have a facility now, but this is going to be something different. So, you know, come about 2026, the summertime, it's going to be a new spot. Genesis is going to be doing its thing.
That's fucking rad, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
It's really
I appreciate
cool.
that.
Maybe we could, so we do some mobile podcasts and we do this other series. Maybe we'll come down and do one there.
That would be awesome.
You bringing the Octagon with you, right?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Maybe we'll come down and do a little piece on that or something.
Yeah, you know what's cool is I know there's a couple of podcasts that have been done inside that Octagon at the gym. So,
really?
Yeah, I'll let them set it up and do their thing in there. That'd probably be a good spot for it.
Damn it. Why weren't we the first?
You could be the last,
dude.
though.
I would be honored, dude, to do that. Yeah. So we'll make that happen.
Let's make it happen.
And then keep me posted on the grand opening too. Maybe we'll come down to that and support you. I've hung up my jiu-jitsu gi, so
that's okay. You can go no gi.
But you know what? I could.
Why not start learning some kickboxing and boxing? Yeah,
some mitts.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite things to do is to train. I have a heavy bag in my garage.
Okay.
Like it's the best cardio that I can get is fighting for my life or sparring or whatever. It's just like I'm just tired of getting hurt.
Yeah. I'm the same way, man. I get something every damn week, man.
Right.
Yeah. These guys punch me for a living, so I get something.
And I'm paying for old injuries too from all my dumb days. But no, that's awesome, man. I can't wait to come down and do that. That'll be rad.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a kick-ass 2026. You know, we're going to get a new gym out of it, and you know, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing, kicking ass and taking names.
Awesome. Do you train the general public? Do you have
Absolutely.
general public
Yeah.
classes and all that sort of stuff?
Yep.
And then
average Joes, the members, everybody that comes in, those are all my nighttime classes. We do classes Monday through Friday.
Really?
Yep. 5, 6, and 7. Boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu. We have now added a combat jiu-jitsu, which is, I don't know if you happen to know what catch wrestling is. It's kind of a form of that. Wrestling with submissions, pretty much. So, learning how to not get submitted, learning how to submit, learning how to get off the cage, learning how to do other things that aren't taught in just jiu-jitsu. You see what I'm saying? So, made a little bit more of a combat sport about it, because it just seems like it fits our gym better, plain and simple. So, but yeah, we got classes every night, classes on the weekend, on Saturdays. Sundays we're closed, but yeah, let me tell you, the gym thrives because of the general public, my members, my hobbyists, not the fighters.
and good dudes. So don't be scared to go in there. I think a lot of people are
Everybody's
intimidated when
right.
there's like fucking Brandon Gertz in there. Right?
That
But-
guy's nuts, man. That guy's, he intimidates
he's
everybody.
he's one of my favorite people, man. Like I fucking love that guy.
Gun-ho Gertz, man, on everything, dude.
Everything, yeah. It's always a marathon when I have him in here, but we have a fucking great time.
Yeah,
dude.
absolutely.
And I had a great time with you today. So
I did as well.
go check out Genesis. It's genesisfight.com.
Yep.
Okay. We'll have live links in the show notes like we always do for every episode. So whether you're on Spotify or Apple or whatever, open the show notes. There's live links, a live link to Coach Jake's Instagram page, Genesis Instagram page. Follow him on there. Amazing fighters, amazing people, hands down, first and foremost. So yeah, go check him out.
Love
And,
it.
dude,
Come see us.
Man, thank you so much for coming up
Yeah,
today.
no, man. Thanks
I
for
appreciate
having
all
me,
your
man.
time. I don't know if you
Absolutely.
anticipated spending this much time.
Absolutely did.
But man, you're a friend and an honor to have you in. Finally,
It was an honor to be here.
And this won't be the last time. I don't know if I told you this, but once you come in once, you're expected to come back.
Hey,
So,
I'm ready when
but
you
we'll
are.
come to you next time.
There you go. That's what I'm
All
talking
right,
about.
hell yeah, good luck. Let's go.
Let's do it.
What car or what UFC is that? That you guys are. That's your next one.
yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. You got stuff coming up this weekend.
Yeah, I do have stuff coming up this weekend. Colorado Combat down at the Stampede is a daytime show.
which is local,
It is local. We
right?
got
Aurora.
Aurora,
Yeah.
Havana, and Hampton. No,
Yeah.
Iliff. I'm sorry, Havana and Iliff.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
we got 10 of
support
our-
those local
Yes.
organizations. That's how all these guys come
Absolutely
up in
right.
the career. And there's, I mean, short of nothing, there's fucking some killers in that.
There's
too, dude.
there's some great fights on this card too. So
Awesome.
Colorado's good for fighting. So it's always been a hub, and local cards are great here.
Yeah, absolutely. So go down and support there if you can. Is that Saturday?
It is
Okay, good.
Yep, Saturday.
So this will come out on Friday. So
perfect.
So if you're listening, get your ass down there. And then definitely UFC, is it 320 something?
Oh, you got me on that
I don't
one.
know. Look that up.
Yeah,
real
give
quick.
us a quick look there. It was
Yeah.
January 24th.
In Vegas.
It's funny, I always figure that out when she's in there signing her posters or whatever.
There's so many now. It's in the
Yeah.
hundreds. It's like I can't keep track of it. It's like podcast numbers.
Absolutely. 324.
324.
Okay,
Let's go.
let's go.
Don't sleep on your Paramount subscription. Get that done. There's going to be a lot of people caught last minute.
Because Paramount's going to be like, all right, we're going to cut it at this time
Yeah.
if you're overdue.
Yeah. All right, Jake.
Yeah.
I really appreciate
My man,
it,
I
man.
appreciate
It's been
you as
awesome
well.
having you
Thank
in
you,
here
man.
today. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Tyler, take us away.
Thanks for listening to the Mountainside Podcast. If you haven't had a chance to do this already, please take a moment, follow, like, subscribe, or rate on whatever platform you catch the Mountainside Podcast at. If you'd like some more information on upcoming episodes, safety tips, access to all of our affiliates, and all the badass discounts that we get here at the Mountainside Podcast, check out themountainsidepodcast.com.